Awesome.
All right, we are live on YouTube.
Yes.
Anatomy art class, Q&A, welcome. There we go. We are live on TikTok as well. We're going to be covering some of the basics today. We were thinking, for anybody who's rewatching this, we were thinking about doing Anatomy Mondays, where Monday live stream is an anatomy class.
Yeah.
That's what we've been thinking about doing. We're probably going to be trying it out. There's a very good chance that we will be trying out Anatomy Mondays for the next couple weeks. See if we enjoy doing that. See if we can farm y'all for some practice.
And also some teaching, I guess.
Huh?
Just teaching practice as well.
Yup. Well, that's every stream anyway.
That is every stream, teaching practice.
So hello, welcome, Lexi, Boxy. Yes, it is going to be Anatomy art class
Yeah.
today. We're going to be covering that sort of thing. So if y'all are interested in learning some anatomy basics, we got you covered today.
Everybody always needs anatomy help. So today, well, since we're going to be doing this every Monday for a little bit, we don't have to cover like the whole entire body, today.
No, we won't be
that would be
covering-
impossible.
We will not be covering the entirety of the human body in one stream.
Yeah, we will and we would prefer to keep it kind of like mostly on topic. So for instance, today we're gonna cover the torso. So maybe no questions for feet or like leg muscles. Just
those people who are going to ask those are not here yet, so it's not even really worth saying.
That's true.
Hello, I'm from Ecuador. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome. Your channel helped me so much. Awesome.
Female anatomy too. That's not a.
Females and males have the same muscles, the same bones.
They do.
It's pretty much all just proportional differences and a
body
couple little
shape.
things here and there.
Yeah.
But don't worry. Males and females both have a deltoid. Males and females both have a pectoralis and a rib cage. It's mostly proportional differences, so you're good.
Yeah, it's not any different than male
I
anatomy.
missed some of the lesson. We started 2 minutes ago. We have not gotten to any lesson yet.
Nope, this is just a doodle that I did on the side to make someone, I don't know, make you guys
So,
look at something nice.
If you want to follow along, get out your pencils and paper or drawing stuff because we're going to be going and getting started here pretty soon. Awesome. As a woman, I can confirm I don't have a rib cage. All right, I'll check that off of.
Hey, Dahlia.
Bum 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 bum.
And the good thing is that because we're also on YouTube, whoever misses like part of the stream, like they can rewind and watch the whole thing later on.
Yes, it's all rewatchable on our YT channel.
I really want to go through Kirk Shinmoto's anatomy class. I feel like that's gonna help me a lot too.
It's good.
It's
a good
good.
class. I like his breakdowns. I need to ping the Discord server.
Yes.
That's what I was supposed to do. Bro, I literally have a monitor basically behind me. It's like this.
I forgot to turn on this light. There we go.
Content update.
Who is ready for some anatomy tips?
Yeah, how is everybody doing anyways before we get started? What's everybody up to?
What is everyone up to this lovely Monday? How many of you actually like Mondays? I feel like ever since I got out of school, I started to actually enjoy Mondays now.
Content updates.
At least it started feeling like any other day.
I saw this. I was so excited, especially because I need to learn this. Also, hi guys. Hello.
Hi.
I don't love Monday. Monday, it's Tuesday for me.
Morning.
Awesome. Doing good, working on my final 7 deadly sweets. Nice. Yes, don't forget there is a Halloween challenge going in the Discord server. We can be streaming for the entire day this Friday on Halloween. It is a free challenge that anybody can enter. If you want to join our Discord server, you can go to the link on this paper that Christina's showing. And...
What? Oh, oops.
And
My brain.
You can join. There's still 4 days left.
4 days left.
And I can guarantee you half of the people doing the challenge have not even started yet, so you're totally good.
How the heck do you draw a simplified head like Genu? Please don't say.
You want to see something absolutely the sickest thing ever that I saw recently? So we're taking a class by Ramon Hurtado. It's a head drawing class.
It's not changing for some other.
I didn't press it.
Okay.
We're taking a head drawing class by Ramon Hurtado, and he literally breaks the head down as, right, top, bottom. You could, or I should say this, right? You draw a circle.
That's your cranium.
And you draw this. And he just goes like this.
Isn't that crazy?
Right? There's your... And this is the bottom of your nose, which lines up with the bottom of your ear. This is basically your brow ridge. And so you can essentially...
It's an ice cream cone.
Yeah. You know, like that. I didn't do it very well. I made it really messy, but
But I actually think, like, I've never seen heads drawn this way before. And
Yeah.
I actually think it's, like, super useful.
yeah, it's a pretty nice little breakdown.
Yeah.
It's like he related it to one of those like speed bags, right? That the
Speed
boxers punch, and it goes like back and forth, right? Brrr, and it's like this. I think of it more of an ice cream cone. So like, you have your scoop of ice cream on top, and this comes out
To your neck.
and it looks like this. I like relating things to food. I like food. And so do our viewers. If we don't relate things to food,
Nope,
our viewers hate it. So, but yeah, I thought it was a pretty good way to break it down. And this is literally your sternocleidomastoid. This is the muscle behind your ear that connects down to your clavicle. And so I thought that was, and you know the cool thing is,
You can do this at any angle, too.
yeah.
You can tilt it. The streams are unwatchable if food isn't mentioned. That's right, Gizmo. Well, I hope it is still unwatchable. Still watchable. We're learning
Like,
anatomy today? Yes.
It works good from different angles as well. There's your sternocleidomastoid. You know, again, my head's not very good proportion, but...
It looks fine. Looks good enough.
Right? And not only
You can do
that...
the side of the head with that, too.
Not only that, check this out.
Changing the angle here, are we? Heck yeah, 7.
Lower the ears. There's your throat. You know, you could change the angle as well. You can look up, you can look down, all that kind of stuff. I think that kind of ice cream cone shape is a pretty good little breakdown.
I've just joined the Discord. Awesome, Wisp. Cute little ice cream cone. Yeah, but like even though I know the proportions of like the features, I never really actually lined up that the bottom of the ear, the bottom of the nose, and your cranium is all like lands in the same place.
But that's not the anatomy we're teaching today.
No, I know. I know it ain't.
No,
but you went
I'm
into
talking
heads,
about
bro.
the thing that I was talking about. I'm just too excited to share this stuff.
Vampire ice cream, that's cute. So yeah, someone asked if we're gonna do people in perspective. I don't know if we will, but the stuff that we will teach like today is applicable to if you want to draw people in perspective. So stay tuned. It's so funny to see since I'm drawing a man. Yeah, turn ice cream into men. So yeah, we're gonna cover things like the ribs and the pelvis and how to break that down because you know everyone wants to draw a lovely male torso. We get those all the time. Get those kind of questions all the time. And so yeah, that's like one of the main like parts that you show in an illustration is the torso. So yeah, what's the art challenge? It's on the Discord server, Sparkle Kitty.
It's called 7 Deadly Sweets. You can find it in the Discord server under the announcements tab. That'll tell you everything you need to know. And all the rules, what channel to post it in, all that kind of stuff is in there.
Yeah. So torso breakdown. There's a few ways to break it down. You know. There's the simple ways, which is, you know, like the bean, for example.
Yeah. Well, we'll just teach one way today, by the way.
Oh, okay. Which way?
Probably like just the 2 boxes, right? I don't want to confuse everybody by teaching like 3 ways to do the same thing.
Oh, okay, sure.
There are multiple ways to.
I just wrote down
torso,
like
though.
bean and flour sack because I thought we were gonna cover that.
Well,
today.
it's essentially the same.
That's true. It is essentially the same thing. Okay, so yeah, it's a really simple way to break down the torso is like think of it like an envelope or like a rectangle that you split in half. So you got a rectangle, and you split that in half. Generally, you can start with the flat two-dimensional shape like this, and then turn it into something more like three-dimensional. But you generally start with this because you're just thinking about proportions and stuff. Actually, your whole like upper body is a rectangle divided into 3 parts. So I should actually do that instead. Let me include the head in it. So 1, 2, 3. Your rib cage is in here. And that's kind of like an egg shape, egg form. Your pelvis is 1/2 of this, starts at the 1/2 of this third box.
Are we the only one that it's glitching for? Or are you the only one that is glitching for? Anybody else on YouTube? Usually when someone says it's glitching, it's just them. Just reload your page.
And then the middle is like your obliques and all that other stuff. So yeah, this is like the rough proportions of a torso. Your head is about 2/3 of this box right in here. 2/3. So you can really just divide everything to thirds and you'd get like really accurate measurements. But this is like a guideline, right? So here we can do this again. Here's our rib cage. Our rib cage for men is wider than rib cages for women. Generally, there's more of like a 90-degree angle in men. Do you think there's an even wider one, or is it just kind of like this?
What?
Do you think the rib cage for the men is wider than 90 degrees?
I'm sure it can be.
Probably
It's just a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
It's like it's a starting point.
Yeah, so you might be wondering why I didn't end the rib cage like right in here. It's because this is actually the top of the rib cage, which is also the pit of the neck area. The pit of the neck is up here, but the actual rib cage, it actually starts a little bit higher, and that is because in the side view, looks like this. It's not flat like that, but it's actually raised up here. And this is where your neck is situated. So this is the bottom of your neck, the pit of your neck, and then this part right here is the top of your rib cage. So that's why it looks like that.
Yeah.
I'm struggling on stylizing my anatomy. Any tips?
Learn anatomy.
Yeah.
Stylization is more pushing and pulling shapes. It's the same thing. It's the same anatomy. It's like, I don't know, it's like talking with an accent, right? Like learn the language and then you can like talk with an accent, or like you can enunciate certain words or syllables or omit certain things that you say. Stylizing anatomy is sort of like an intentional accent. You're pushing and pulling things intentionally, but you understand the underlying principles behind those things.
Yeah.
But like, it's more of stylization has much less to do with anatomy and much more to do with like proportion. Because like anatomy's like, we're teaching an anatomy class, but most of this class is going to be like simplifying the body. We're not going to be talking about like, here's where the bicep inserts on the bone, and here's the part of the humerus that the deltoid connects to. Like, we're not going to be covering that kind of stuff.
No.
Because frankly, it doesn't really matter for most artistic purposes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're going to be a nerd and you're going to commit to it, then yes, it is useful. But yeah, for the most part, you would just need this. This right here, including the pecs and the traps, like that's all you really need to build like something really simple for a torso. Right, here's your neck, here's your traps. You got your pecs right in here. And it looks, that's really all you need to build something really simple and to pose your character and stuff. So, I mean, this is just like a more extensive version of it. It's like, has more structure. But we'll talk about that in a bit.
When should I start to stylize? I would recommend learning like shape design and figure drawing separately, like as 2 different classes. Like shape design literally is like, you take a box and you start to like distort it like this. Like this is designing shape. See how this one feels like it's really being pulled along here? you basically do that sort of thing with anatomy too. It's like you take the initial structure of something, like this is anatomy potentially, right? And you start distorting it along certain rules. You could squish it, you could pull it, you could stretch it, you could take the top of a body like this, right? And you could distort it like that, right? You could distort it like this is a really extreme example. You could go in and start distorting it like this, but this would essentially be a separate class. You wouldn't learn this in anatomy class. You would learn this in like a design class, right? It's sort of this concept of you start with a shape, like the two boxes that Christina's talking about, and then you would move into distortions, like, you could simplify the upper arm into something, and you could simplify the lower arm into something, like that. That gets into like character design and stuff, but essentially, this would be treated as like a separate, kind of like a separate class, which we're not really teaching today. But I think to think about shape design in terms of like, you're really pushing and pulling these forms, but you need to know the forms, and then you start pushing and pulling them.
Yeah. Hey, Ginny.
I would recommend, in order to start stylizing, take a design class. Take like a character design class.
Yeah.
It'll be like a little bit about anatomy, mostly about shape language.
So the rib cage is an egg on a box, and then your pelvis is a box, and then your middle area is Play-Doh.
Are there any books that have this information? A lot of books. A lot of good books out there.
Yeah. I mean, like, we have our books, too, which include anatomy and stuff and breakdowns, which you can actually get on Amazon. There's a few other ones, like Michael Hampton's figure drawing design and invention book. This one covers more extensively on anatomy, but both of our books also, have the basics of it in there. We also have classes that talk about anatomy and all that stuff too. So we can talk about that in a bit if you want more information on that.
Yeah, we can talk about it now.
Yeah, we
more
can.
Information on that. So,
sure.
Books, right? What books? I would really recommend a couple of different books. Michael Hampton.
Ooh, let me move that a bit.
I'm not done writing it. Michael Hampton. It's called Figure Drawing, Design and Invention, and Design and why do these books have such long titles? You got like Gottfried Baum's.
That one's a really good one.
How do you spell it? Bammes?
Yes.
You've got Morpho is more of an anatomy book. It doesn't really teach figure drawing that much. You've got Bridgman. You've got Anatomy for Sculptors.
Anatomy for Sculptors is great. I use it. I have a lot of those pages saved on my Pinterest boards.
You've got... What else? There's other ones.
The Rochi Kim or Superani's.
Yeah, Superani has some...
There's Stone Houses in
OCHE.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got a book. It's all blue. It's blue. You'll recognize it because he draws everything in blue. Stonehouse.
That one's very anatomical. Does he cover I think he covers some basic figure drawing stuff.
These are the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
This is a good list. You can screenshot that. Again, I would really recommend just getting one single book. Oh, there's another one. The Anatomy from Tom Fox Draws. Tom Fox Draws. That's a pretty good one. I would recommend just get one of these and go through it. What people do is they buy a whole bunch of anatomy books. They don't actually go through them. They just sit on their shelves forever, and they're like, dang, I'm going to go through one of these eventually. And they buy all of them, and they never go through any of them. Or they'll go through a couple of pages, or they'll kind of skim it. I would say get one book. It could be this one. Go through it methodically and do exercises practicing every single section. That's how you learn stuff. You don't learn stuff by buying books. You learn stuff by going through and practicing the things in books.
Yeah.
So these are all pretty good though. Like, this one's more anatomy. This one's figure drawing. This one's kind of both. This one's sort of both too, but this one's like strictly anatomy. This one's strictly anatomy. Stonehouse's anatomy is
pretty strictly
anatomy. As opposed to like figure drawing, which is kind of more focused on a process of building a figure from simple to complex.
And it also includes like gesture tips and stuff, which I think is quite helpful.
But they're all good. So I would say those off the top of my head are pretty good. There might be a couple more, but I don't remember.
Are you writing this with a mouse?
No,
Nope.
I have a little Wacom tablet.
Egg?
Or big one. I have the large. The Intuos Pro large. Been reading through Tom Fonk's book. Is pretty helpful. I think it's pretty good. I studied quite a lot of that book. I think a lot of the breakdowns are really good. I think he tends to add too many planes to things. Like when he draws the rib cage, it's like a low poly version of a rib cage, but it's like almost high poly version. There's there's so many angle changes. Like I would simplify it more, but it's good. It's a good resource for sure.
How does he do it?
He adds a lot of
Adds a lot of facets.
He'll add like 8 angle changes to a single curve, and I'm just like, I ain't doing all that.
Yeah.
But it's a good book. I studied a lot of that book. It's good.
So you can take this breakdown right in here and change the body type if that's what you want. Stylizing it if that's what you want. So like a male torso generally has a wider upper body than a lower body, whereas with a female, there's generally going to be a pinch in the waist. And you can just start with something like this. Mark out your proportions.
Mm-hmm. By the way, these are generalizations that can be modified easily later.
Yeah.
Like this guy right here could be turned into Mr. Incredible from... this could be turned into Mr. Incredible. Like, these are rough starts. They're kind of like guidelines that you can refer to later or break. Yeah. It's just to give yourself some sort of an underlying structure.
Yeah, it's like generic, right? And then you change it up.
It's very generic, meant to be modified, right?
Yeah.
It's like...
It's like a generic soup base that you can then turn into like something else.
In fact, there's a figure drawing class out there. They literally call the mannequin Eric because it stands for generic. Like they teach you Eric, and then you turn Eric into what you want to turn it into.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I was watching The Incredibles. Yeah, we watched it recently.
Movie. It's so funny. It's like the dialogue is very believable. I love it. I love in y'all's book it has study tips like draw this X amount of times. Yeah, I like that. I like that we include like little exercise stuff. Pelvis, rib cage. So you do this a bunch of times and then you'll be able to draw bodies like pretty simply, like because you don't have a lot to think about. So always start simple because you don't have to make a lot of decisions. And then once you have the simple part down, then it allows you more room to think about different things like, oh, well, how big do I want the muscles to be? Or what other things do I want to add to this body? Eric is so open-minded. What made Procreate differ from other digital art apps? Most digital art apps are actually very similar. I think Procreate is different generally because, like, they have... one, it's on the iPad, but then again, there's also different things on the iPad. I don't actually know what makes... you know what? I don't know how to answer that question.
I don't know. Try it.
Yeah, just try it.
Get back to us on it.
Yeah, try it, get back to us. I think that, like, there's certain things on Procreate's...
It's cheap as dirt.
It is cheap as dirt.
Great.
Yeah.
So I would say that's one of the main benefits.
That's
and
true.
It has a good brush engine.
Mm-hmm.
Smudge tool's fantastic.
Liquify is very good. How jet anatomy on these models? Yes, we're going to get to that.
Oh, yes. Yes, but I'm telling you right now, 95% of the issues that you will run into are in this stage, are because this stage is not done correctly. People will kind of obligatorily go, oh yeah, I'll draw like a box. and oh yeah, I'll do this. But I'm talking Christina's thinking in 3D right now. It's like, what was Ramon saying? It was actually really good. He's like, you start with a line, and then you move to 2D. So you start with
plane.
1D or whatever, a line, and then you move to a plane, and you move to 2D, and then you move to 3D.
Yeah.
It's like this logical process that sort of builds up over time. And so the two-dimensional stage is where most of the design issues will get resolved.
Yeah. Like, for me, I'm thinking this in my brain, but I'm using this to set it up. So I'm using the 2D and the 1D aspects to set it up, right? Because, I mean, we can only really start with lines, and then we turn those lines into planes, and then we turn those planes into 3D forms.
Yes.
So, like, that's the process.
So you saw that Christina literally started with a very, very simple...
If you want to turn on your screen.
Mannequin like this. This is like two-dimensional, right? And there's this very simple gesture to it. And then she's starting to go in here, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna add the neck, and I'll add a little information on the trap, still staying in the two-dimensional phase at this point, by the way. I mean, this is 3D. Let's just cut that 3D part out, right?
It's flat.
2D, 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 2D.
3D. Oh.
3D. It's like you can actually turn any 2D shape into a 3D form. And it's the 2D phase that everybody thinks is boring, but it's super important, right? Like as soon as you start going, right, adding like this kind of stuff, as soon as you add a wrap, so a cylinder, you can plan a cylinder like this, and then you can make it an actual cylinder later. But it's hard to plan objects directly in 3D. Like, people have a lot of trouble with it. Even professionals have a lot of trouble with it. So they'll plan things in 2D, and then they'll just go
3D.
3D. And that's sort of this phase right here, right? It's like you can get this in here. There we go.
And I was even thinking, like, you can technically create a box. Like, you can start with a square, and then you can just, like, draw whatever edge you want. Like, maybe a corner is, like, over here. And then you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll just converge. It's a box.
Sorry if this question has been asked. I just popped in. How would you advise someone to break away from anime art tropes like the pointy chins? It's in my instinct to point it, but I want to develop more. Expose yourself to more stuff.
Yeah.
Expose yourself to a larger, wider variety of artists. It's almost like, like the way to solve it is to build your visual library larger, expose yourself to more kinds of artists, to more styles, to more types of faces and heads and everything. Honestly, that's one of the main reasons that it's so good to learn like real human drawing and do like real portraits and caricatures before anime, because it's like you would like build that foundation first and then put anime on top, and you're like, you always have this solid underlying foundation to be able to morph it into whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, that's why most figure drawing classes aren't like in anime style, but realistic.
I would say expose yourself to more types of styles and study them. And by that I mean like look at like really simple studies, right? Like what type of head do they use? Oh, it's a very square chin, or it's a very round chin. You'll find so much variation in real life. People have such vastly different looks.
Yeah, they do.
People have like head shapes that look like a pill.
Bro, I've seen head shapes that look like this.
Yeah, they'll look like a pill, they'll look like a rectangle, they'll look like a moon, like a banana. Like some people have heads. We were taking a head drawing class recently, and the model that we were studying from, the head was like very, very concave. Really
like
cool
a banana.
Model. Yeah.
I think it's on the other. Oh yeah, that's a banana peel.
And exposure. Try exposing yourself to different things as well.
It's crazy. I'd never seen a guy's face that looked like a banana before, but it worked. It worked
so well. It was such a cool.
It was a really
cool model too.
Yeah. Well, like all these characters still have jaw lines. They still have the cranium. There's aspects of it that's like very similar. Like you can either go generic. Yeah.
Although I am getting distracted. I'm going away from torso anatomy and into character design.
Yeah. Well, I mean, similar with bodies as well. Like, generally, you have like a generic model, as we talked about earlier, which is basically the sum of. It's like the average, right? It's what everyone else has in common with. Or you could go something more characteristic, which is like, oh, big traps and big bodybuilder type character, small torso, small hips. That's all just that similar concept. So now we got our basic setup. We can actually add muscles on top, which is the part where people are like, "Oh, please tell us more. How do you place the rib cage, or how do you place the ribs?" Here's a little setup right here. Generally, the rib cage fits in this box right here. So if you split the upper body into 3 boxes, the second square or box, whatever, will be the rib cage, plus a little bit more for the top of the rib cage. And so that's generally where you would place it.
Yeah. And if you draw, you can just stack 2 boxes. The top box will be the rib cage. The bottom box will be the bottom half of the bottom box will be the pelvis.
Yeah, like I challenge you guys.
Good starting point.
I challenge you guys to draw a rectangle. It could be bendy, it can be whatever. Split that in half and put a rib cage and a pelvis in it. Something really simple. Just to get the idea going,
Dang, I want that skeleton so bad.
I know you do.
There's this life-size skeleton model that I really want to get. I really want to buy it.
I think the kitties would be scared of it, but that'd be funny.
How do you learn anatomy? Things look easy and simple the way you draw. We've taken a lot of anatomy classes, and over too. Studied a lot of books, taught it many times. It's really just through sheer repetition.
Yeah, I mean, like we have an anatomy class in our anime art school. Currently 20% off, but we'll show a bit. Yeah, but this is stuff that you would go through to learn the anatomy. So it's a multi-step process. You have your proportions, you got your breakdowns of the torso, right, and then you gradually start building more and more on top, which is like adding muscle. Here's legs, arms, torsos and stuff, hands and feet, and you would basically just do this a bunch of times. So here are just some demos. Like, I mean, each step is broken down into their specific processes, right? And then you can learn how to shade them and color them later on. But yeah, like a lot of it is repetition and knowing a process. So yes.
Yeah, a lot of repetition.
So yeah, right now our anime art school is currently at a 20% off discount. The code is spooky. The sale is actually ending this Friday. So don't wait.
Yeah, we have basically an online college, and there's a 12-week-long anatomy and figure drawing class. So it's big. It's like what you take in a college. That's in the class. And there's like a 14-week costume drawing class. There's a heads and faces class. There's an environment and background class, a perspective class. It's a year-long program. So if you're interested, this sale, 20% off, ends, in 4 days?
Yeah, in 4 days.
About 4 days. So if you want to check it out, you can check out drawanime.com and hit the yellow button called Anime Art School. That'll take you to it, and you can look into it. If you're interested in learning a lot of this stuff in like a more structured, not live stream kind of way, where it actually goes through everything in a very good order.
Yeah. Was I supposed to be taking screenshots? No, not necessarily. But if you wanted to, you could go to our YouTube stream and go back and rewind and take screenshots there. You have any advice on how to stop drawing with chicken scratch style? Like, too many unnecessary lines? Like making too many unnecessary lines.
I hope that made sense, Joshua, if you're still here.
Do you guys ever plan to do a draw with me on live where we all draw something with you guys?
You could draw with us right now if you want. I mean, we're not going to do like a step-by-step how to draw the owl type thing, but unless you want to treat this like that. But yeah, I mean, every single stream you can draw with us. I bet half the chat's drawn with us right now. We have a lot of regulars who use us as background drawing noise. And advice on how to stop drawing with chicken scratch style. Practice confident lines. Like, there's a lot of good exercises out there.
Yeah.
You can just go hit a dot and a dot.
One stroke.
And you can put another dot and you can go one stroke. I'm not very good at drawing on this tablet, So you'll have to bear with me with these wobbly lines. One stroke. One stroke. So instead of like, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Now you know where you're going.
Yeah, you can practice knowing where you're going with it. You know, you can draw just 2 lines and you go straight to straight, straight, wrap over, straight, straight, wrap over, straight. And if you want to, you can go straight, wrap over, and push out, straight. This is a good exercise that you can do as well.
Looks yummy.
You know, and you can add volume to these. Another thing is like, you can practice drawing lines where you draw a bunch of lines, but they're basically all in the same spot.
So it doesn't look like a bunch of lines.
Yeah, like that sort of thing.
One cohesive line, yeah.
There's a lot of, I would just say, like, the more you draw, like, just keep it in the back of your mind. Like, if you want to avoid scratchy lines, what is not a scratchy line? That's not a scratchy line. One stroke, or bunch of strokes in the same spot, and just keep that in mind, right? Go, if you're gonna draw hair, you can just go, you know, like that, instead of,
you know, I mean, you could do fur like that, but
yeah, you can. Like, but the person is asking specifically about how do I not do that.
Right.
So, assuming you want to avoid scratchy lines, you know, you can intentionally use them for an effect. But yeah.
You can sketch on a book with a pen to help so you don't erase a lot. Yeah, it helps.
You can.
Too. Yeah.
I mean, a person with a scratchy line problem is still gonna
have scratchy
lines even if they're sketching with a pen in a book.
Yeah.
It's more of like it's more of a psychological thing. Like, you train yourself out of that.
Would I have to learn how to draw boxes in perspective before properly learning anatomy?
You're gonna have to know dimensionally how to draw dimensionally. So dimensionally drawing comes from an understanding of, like, seeing your page as a 3-dimensional space. That's required to properly draw anatomy. A human body is a 3-dimensional object. You can't draw 3-dimensional objects if you can't draw in 3D. It's like, you know, it's like trying to drive on the road, but you don't know how to drive a car. It's like, you know,
my dreams.
Everybody's at risk.
Yeah.
Like, all the pedestrians are at risk. It's like, you can try, but it's you're gonna have great difficulty with it. Like, dimensional drawing is one of the most fundamental things about drawing.
Yeah.
Because almost everything you're ever going to draw is in 3-dimensional space. It doesn't matter if it's stylized. It doesn't matter any of that. All cartoons, they're in 3D space. Like, the person who's drawing them is thinking, you know, Timmy Turner is further away than Jimmy Neutron, or whatever character insert here. It can be a super cartoony style. Like, everything is always kind of subordinate to this 3-dimensional thinking. So, you know, if you want to improve a lot at drawing, it's basically unavoidable to learn how to draw in, like, a 3-dimensional space.
Yeah, like, do you have to master it? No.
Boxes are just one of the best ways to learn that.
Yes, absolutely. Can you draw legs with boxes? Oh yeah, absolutely. You can.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, if you think about it, here's a front of a well, I'm not going to cover any leg anatomy today, but it's like, you know, draw a box, draw another box connected to it. There's a leg. You know, this also works for arms. Works for anything. Works for torsos. Like, here's a torso, here's a box, another box, and you connect it. So yeah.
So, like, if this was a beginner or, like, a fundamental drawing class, we would start basically the entire week with the concept of going from a line to a 2-dimensional shape to a 3-dimensional form, you know. I can even just show it, like, you know, going from a line to a 2D shape to a 3D form. And that's what you would start with. like these principles, right? But this takes a long time to learn. 1, 2, 3. Step 3 takes a really long time to learn. It takes a lot of practice. That doesn't mean you can't be learning anatomy in the meantime. You can kind of improve at these things at the same time.
Well, I remember when figure drawing started to click, I was taking a perspective class and a figure drawing class at the same time, and I was like, oh, I'm actually seeing the boxes on the figure. Like, that actually, it's making sense.
Yeah, so you can go, here's the side of that figure.
Okay.
Right? It's like you make it 3D by adding a corner, by adding an edge. We're taking an anatomy class right now. He calls it like the paperclip. And I kind of like that concept. He just adds...
What's that? That was a staple.
Or a staple. Yeah, sorry. It's not... A paperclip's like that. He adds a staple, and it's just like boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I like that.
And now you've got that box that turns, You could shade up the form. You could shade down the form. And so it's like you can turn pretty much any two-dimensional shape into 3D. I shouldn't say pretty much. You can turn any 2D shape into a 3-dimensional form. And so, like, that's the concept of learning anatomy is you start with something simple, and then you go,
nuance.
And you start pulling these forms out, and you can pull this form back, and it's like, oh, the deltoid, pull that arm in a little bit. Oh, the deltoid, and oh, the pectoralis, and it pulls, back in space, and the trapezius. But if I didn't have that initial, block in setup, it would have been a lot harder.
Should I learn gesture drawing or perspective first, or both at the same time?
They're different skills. You can learn both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Gesture is a design thing, and perspective drawing is like a 3-dimensional space thing. You can learn most things at the same time. It's just most people don't draw nearly enough to kind of be able to. Like, if you draw 15 minutes a week and it takes 100 hours to get the basics of perspective down, if you want to learn perspective and gesture drawing at the same time, you generally have to put in a little bit more hours.
Yeah.
If you draw 15 minutes a week, it'd take you 4 weeks to draw an hour. So it'd take you 3 years to get 100 hours of practice. And most people draw that.
I think we're ready to cover some torso anatomy, some front torso anatomy.
But yeah, you can totally learn multiple things at the same time. I recommend it. Most design schools have you going through multiple classes at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, can you give me that Ecroche model up there?
This one?
Yeah.
So we're ready to add some anatomy on top of this?
Yeah, we're ready. So, this is the lovely torso that we're gonna draw, or use as reference. Honestly, having something like this is so nice to have when you're doing anatomy studies. Okay, guys, chat. The reason why y'all can't draw anatomy is because you're trying to imagine it too much. You're either trying to imagine it from your brain and you're trying to memorize it without any reference, and that's why it comes out poopy. So have this on hand, or have something similar, or an image, and use it as a guide. So let's start off with let's start from top to bottom. I like starting from top to bottom, or we can start from most iconic, but
I don't even know what that means.
I guess
just start on something.
Yeah. I'll start top to bottom. So here's you start off with your neck muscles, and keep in mind that your muscles are not separate from each other. They work with each other. So there's flow and rhythm that occur in the body, right? It's never oh, here's a sternocleidomastoid and okay, that's gone. That's separate from the pecs. They're all intertwined with each other in some way. So this part right here is your sternocleidomastoid. Sorry, long names. Can't really simplify them anymore, unfortunately.
Would you cover that on the head day or the neck or the torso day? I'll just throw it in there real quick.
I feel torso because, you also have your traps.
Okay.
And which is next. Your traps are next. This is this muscle right in here. Trapezius. From the back, it looks like this, but generally when you look at it from the front, it's this kind of triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your clavicle, or your collarbone, which is right in this area right here.
And the collarbone's kind of like handlebars of a bicycle.
Yeah.
They'll have a turn in them, so they kind of go.
Let me try to think.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, I have to add some wrapping lines for it to be clearer.
Yeah, they're kind of like this.
Yeah. Hold up, let me draw that, because I feel like that is actually better. I drew them too curved. You drew them a little bit more with more structure. So yeah, that's like your clavicle. And the good thing is that they're equal on both sides, so it's about 1 hand length per side. Then you have your pecs, which is this right here. Super iconic. At least I think it looks iconic. It's a very specific shape, and generally that tends to be like.
I like to break down the pecs as sort of like a whoopee cushion shape.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a whoopee cushion, and they actually twist depending on how your arm is.
Yeah.
It's like a little twist at the end. But yeah, or you could break it down like a fish.
I think it looks like a fish to me, but it's probably more like a whoopee cushion.
It depends on what shape the whoopee cushion is.
Yeah. What's a whoopee cushion look like anyway? Oh yeah, it kind of looks like that. It's cute.
Apparently you've never been pranked before.
You know, no, I never have. I mean, I've been pranked with jump scares, but not with a whoopee cushion.
Someone told me like a fan.
You know.
The striations in the pectoralis itself
kind of is like a fan.
Could kind of fan out from the arm side. Not my brain thinking fan like this.
Oh, I was thinking the paper fan, like
no, I know.
That's funny. So yeah, and the good thing about the body is that's symmetrical, so it's like monkey see, monkey do, or Marco Polo. So here's a peck on one side, here's a peck on the other side. That's the group. That's the grouping. So there's your pecs. So now what comes up is your rib cage. Rib cage, and there's also muscles on your rib cage. I don't know. Should we cover that?
The muscles on the rib cage?
Yeah, like the serratus anterior and the.
All of these are on the rib cage. The obliques.
That's true. That is true.
The serratus, the pectoralis. Yeah, for sure.
That is true. They are all connected to the rib cage. So I'll draw this in a different.
Muscles.
Yeah, I'll do the basics. So here's your rib cage in the side view. This is the part where things get really confusing because like all this stuff right here, you're like, I don't even know how to connect all this. I don't even know what this all is. So this is where like all these muscles kind of connect with each other, right? So all this has like nice rhythm. You have a few muscles on your rib cage, quite a few actually. Here is your serratus anterior. It's kind of like on the lower half of your rib cage. Was there a breakdown of like where to put the serratus anterior? No, not yet. We'll figure that out. Like.
Was there a breakdown? Yes, yeah. There are breakdowns.
Well, like what I mean is like where it's placed on the ribs, like the 5th or the 7th. Either way, they're not going to be up here.
Yeah, no, we usually don't do a breakdown of what ribs they connect to, but we don't teach how many ribs there are on the rib cage,
we don't.
So it's kind of useless.
Yeah.
They're kind of like little avocado wedges, and they blend in together with your obliques.
Yep. So they kind of go like this.
You can even show it on the model. Yeah, they kind of do go like that.
They kind of go like that. And you can see it on the model right in here, too. Right there. So it's like 1 pattern, 2 patterns. And then this connects to your obliques. And then you have your lats, which is towards the back muscles. But sometimes you'll see them if someone really works them out. They generally start from the side and then they cover the back. So that's what it looks like. And if it's on like this side, assuming that this is a 3-dimensional, well, this is a 3-dimensional form, but like you're gonna see the front side of the rib cage and the side part of the rib cage, and the side generally will have the serratus anterior. So that will wrap around, and here, and so that is your part of your rib cage muscles. Now this is the fun part. I think the abs are probably one of the most fun muscles because it comes directly below your abs. And they kind of have this nice S-curvy gesture to it. So it looks like this. So it's generally wider, kind of on the top for guys, and then it gets narrower towards the bottom where the crotch is. Side wings. Oh, that's funny. Again, going to the gym also be a good reference to use anatomy since you see how muscles work. Yeah, I agree. I think going to the gym helps.
You definitely learn about which muscles you're exercising. You ain't gonna learn how to draw anatomy by going to the gym, or else every bodybuilder would be really, really good at drawing anatomy. But you know, it's a resource that can help you remember what the muscle names are called and stuff like that, and what motions they help you do.
How did Kirk break down the abs again? Like 2 different sections, was it? It was like...
Yeah, there's basically a top and a bottom section.
There's a top and a bottom section, which I actually think is like super useful, because like rather than trying to think of like, oh, I'm gonna draw these individual packs, you just think break it down to sections and then separate them out later.
And they look more like this.
Oh yeah, I want to actually draw that.
Yeah, I'm not particularly a big fan of that way to break down the abs.
This one?
This one looks like a really long tongue.
It kind of does. Ew, gross.
I like the wedging together.
I like the wedging together
concept.
too. I haven't drawn that very much, but I do want to. So
Yeah, so breaks into 2. Starts first off, breaks into 2.
Yeah.
Top and bottom.
Yeah.
Belly separates at the belly button.
Separates at the belly button. Okay.
And then they sort of like wedge into each other. I really like that breakdown more. I'm trying to like retrain my brain, because I learned a way to break down the ribs, or not the ribs, the abdominal muscles, but then I learned another way later, and I like the second way better because it just looks aesthetic.
More, yeah.
What if you made a whole body just with tongues? Like every muscle and all the forms, you just like made it out of tongues.
Oh, that's actually kind of interesting.
Is Lickitung a Gen 1 Pokemon?
Yeah, it's a Gen 1.
Then why the heck was it? Was it in the opening of Pokemon or what? Or did I just miss it?
No. That was in that was the Ghost Pokemon. That
I'm saying is Lickitung in the ending where they name all the Pokemon.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were talking about the opening.
No. Did I say opening?
Yeah, I thought
Is it in the Yeah, isn't it like pinkish or something?
Yeah, it's pink.
Like pinkish.
And the tongue is
color.
poisonous.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Alright, so yeah, you can get this brush on our website, drawanime.com, and it's the green button on the website. Works in Procreate, Clip Studio, and Photoshop. Anything that accepts a Photoshop brush will work with this.
Bro, that'd be so cool. Just make the whole body out of tongues. Like every muscle. It's
Bro.
like, oh, you want to break down the pectoralis? Dang, that would be good tongue practice.
Tongue practice?
You know, like, oh, there's the pectoralis. Oh, that's sick, bruh.
Kind of like go like that. So anyways, yeah, that's abs. And I feel like this actually looks way more attractive than what I drew here, so I'm going to switch it to that. I need that reference again, if you don't mind. Yeah, that's actually perfect. So
we're gonna find the Discord link. You can go to the link here on our profile. It's drawanime.com. It's just that. But I don't want to get off track too much.
That's fine.
Yeah, on our profile. Or you can go to drawanime.com. That's it.
So it kind of goes like...
Bruh. Yummy.
And I thought we'd have a cute little treat during the stream. But on there, it's a little bit straighter. I guess it just doesn't really matter. And then they kind of go like this.
Yummy. We have a really bad habit of getting sidetracked. I get sidetracked very easily.
Yeah.
It's been my whole life, right?
What I tend to do...
grew up with ADHD. I couldn't pay attention. All my teachers are just like... In all my 27 years of teaching, I've never had a student who's so distracted.
Aww.
Yeah, well, get wrecked.
Well... Yeah.
For me... That's an interesting breakdown.
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like you drew it like
I'm trying to do it like
you drew it like these brackets, like vampire.
I did. Why did I do that? I'm just like trying to get a hold of it.
It's kind of fun. It's like the scales of a like
a scales of a. I was trying to look at the Kishimoto breakdown, but I couldn't really have a good angle on it. Hey, Tira. So even now, yeah. Even now, I'm still learning how to draw abs. You know, you never stop.
Well, you have a good breakdown of them. It's just
it's not as
like
attractive.
This one better.
I do like that one better.
I don't like that breakdown at all. Like I like this one a lot better. Like the wedging.
Yeah. Okay.
The wedging stuff.
True. I think it's because I'm overthinking it.
Well, it helps a lot to break the abs down into the top section, right?
Yeah.
And then the bottom section. So it's like zoop, and then this one, right?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Now I'm just like trying to fit all the packs together so they don't look like weird.
That's kind of sick, honestly.
Oh, well, thank you. I
and
appreciate
then
that.
I really, really find that they tend to do this.
That's what I was trying, but I did the opposite, and then they look like those brackets. Yeah, okay. I gotta make sure that they point upwards.
And they really wedge together. It's cool how they...
I'm late to class. Yes, pancakes, you are, but that's okay.
Here's that.
Okay.
Maybe
so
something
I
more
need
along the
to
lines of that.
memorize that it's like. Oh wait, these are pecs.
Pecs?
They kind of are like pecs.
Yeah, I guess they kind of do look like pecs. Like overlapping pairs
pairs of pecs.
What
Hold
about a
up.
whole body made with just the pectoralis muscles? Like every form is just...
Wait, okay, so I need to. This is also for pecs too, like this little triangle right up here. Oh my gosh, you learn something new every day. I wonder what Ramon has to say about this when he covers abs or something.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't go.
They
don't go
have
like
a
that. They don't
dagger.
have a.
They don't have like a bat shape to them.
They don't. They go down and then they go like, kind of like that. Okay. That looks better.
See, he doesn't even add that little bump that you did. He literally just did this.
But then he
adds
just splits
later,
it. Yeah, he adds it later, right?
based on the center line.
Yeah.
It's cool. There's so many different ways to break down muscles. You'll always find
New ways.
You'll always find new ways.
So actually this torso is actually looking pretty good. So now the last part on this area right here is gonna be your little love handles, which is your obliques, and they kind of pull out. So there's like a little stopping point, right? This right here is your iliac crest, kind of this area right here. So there's like a stopping point to this oblique, but it's like a sheath, right? So it goes towards the crotch, right down here. So it creates that nice V shape. That's why when you see a lot of like male anime drawings, they'll add this like little area right in here.
Ooh.
Ew,
We
level
gotta
up.
give all the pretty boys one.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally, all I would see sometimes is like, oh, they would either push it out like a lot, and they would do that.
Yeah.
But, like that's what it's from, right?
Yeah.
So there can now cover this muscle right here. We're not going to cover any arms today, but this is also part of the arm, but also kind of part of the torso. I think that once again they're all like kind of interconnected. So because the pecs actually go under this muscle. So this is your deltoid, this is your shoulder muscle, and this adds a lot of volume to like your shoulder. I love including it, and I also like to include a little cylinder for the arm because I don't want an armless torso. So yeah, there it is.
Yos. Does this make sense, everybody? By the way, if you want to rewatch this anytime, you can go to our YouTube channel. We're live streaming it there. We are Draw Anime Academy on YouTube. This one will be called... What's this stream called, chat, on YouTube? Is it called, like... Oh, I can just check the Discord. It's called Art Anatomy Class. Q&A welcome, 10/27/2025. So, yeah, you can rewatch this. Although it is a little bit chaotic.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I mean, it is a stream after all. What isn't chaotic about a stream? If the thing is, for me, I won't really get very distracted, but I will go too focused, and then everybody will get lost. So I actually don't mind it if we do get distracted, because I find that
I was so distracted I didn't even hear what you said. Hey, the last thing I heard you say was, I don't mind if we get too distracted, and then I said, oh, by the way, I was distracted, and now you're upset that I'm doing the thing
No,
that
I'm
you said
talking
wasn't
about.
bad.
I'm talking about when we get distracted on stream, like like we go on a little rabbit trail.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind that.
Same username on YouTube, Draw Anime Academy. Draw Anime Academy. We have the same username on every single platform.
What are the best artists to study stylized anatomy from?
That's completely up to you.
Completely up to you, 'cause
people
that's-
stylize things in different ways, and everybody has different preferences.
Yeah.
So your answer is the right answer for you.
Oh, I love this part of the song. So another thing about the obliques is that, once again, they connect with the serratus anterior. So if the serratus anterior kind of has this shape, your obliques will kind of also like in turn have like these kind of S curves.
Ooh.
So that's why I add like these little lines right
It's like
here.
little fish scales.
Yeah.
It's like the fish people from One Piece. Arlong.
Oh yeah.
It kind of this shape right here reminds me of like Arlong.
like gills.
Gill
Ugh.
stuff.
Yeah.
Or Jimbei or something.
This helps to not drawing them stiff as a board. Oh yeah, like anytime you find some sort of curvature, that's gonna make it less stiff.
Do the bottom of the pecs and the start of the abs. They're both on the rib cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you look at this model right here. Now I used to separate them, which I don't think was correct anymore.
There's a sheath
There's a sheath.
that covers everything.
Yeah.
But essentially, I don't know, do a sit up and feel your belly.
So.
Yeah, there's definitely muscle there. Like, I feel the opening of my rib cage, and then if I sit up, I can feel something above the opening of my rib cage tense up. So
Yeah.
there's some muscle in there.
So like on a normal day, like if I'm not gonna draw the anatomy, I'll just do this. I'll like show the opening of the rib cage, and I'll kind of just like fit the abs in here, and call it a day because I'm probably gonna be putting clothes on top anyways. But like realistically, if you're gonna make an anatomy study, like yes, they would be on top of the opening of your rib cage, like going like almost immediately after your after your pecs. So we did a male anatomy, male torso anatomy. The female one will actually be the same.
Yes, the shapes will vary a little bit, but it's pretty much exactly the same except the boobies.
Yeah, the chest lumps. And also like the volume of the muscle, right? Because with guys, like this is the difference between like male and female shoulders. Is generally the guy's shoulders will look sharper and taller, kind of looks like that. But with girls, unless they're like you're really buff, they'll be a little bit more sloped. You know,
Tends to,
yeah, they're a lot more tense. And the reason is because guys have more testosterone, so the muscles like expand more because of the testosterone. But with girls, they won't really get like huge unless you have steroids or something.
Any tips for drawing anatomy? What's that?
What's that? You mean this?
What's that?
What's anatomy?
Chat? Chat? Is that real? What is anatomy, chat? Chest, Colton.
We even have a female Ecroche model now that I think about it. But I don't know if we're gonna show that. Actually, give me the Ecroche model. I'm not gonna show it on stream, but I do want to see for reference and see the differences, and I'll talk about it.
It's very far up there. There it is.
Alright, thank you. Alright. So yeah, the same thing for the girl. It's just much more toned down. So like, you would still have the sternocleidomastoid. That's always going to be the same for every human being.
Please post these drawings to your page. We post all of the live demos in the live demos channel in our Discord server. Mm-hmm. So if you want to join the Discord server and go check out that channel, all of our live stream demos are in there. All the things, everything that gets drawn on live stream gets posted in there.
Yep. I feel like when we're doing like normal tutorials, anatomy, like teaching anatomy feels kind of like, oh, that's gonna be a big job. But now that we dedicated a stream to anatomy, it feels like, oh, I can have some breathing room. So yeah, here's your sternocleidomastoid. Same placement, right? It's not any different. Your traps for the girls will be much thinner. I'm making more extreme like gender differences because it wouldn't really be that helpful if I made this look like a guy and we basically just draw the same thing. So I'm toning it down a lot more. Here's your traps. Here's your clavicle.
Is there a link to the server? Yes. It's
Yes.
on drawanime.com.
There we go. Here it is. Drawanime.com.
And you can find the Discord invite on that page. It's going to be the button that literally says Discord invite. There's also like a direct link.
Mm-hmm. You can also find our classes and our brush.
This is the linky on our profile, by the way.
Yes, it is. Do you remember a person called Miko that it was always here? We've had a few Mikos here.
Yeah, we've had a couple Mikos. What approach would you recommend to draw the movement of the body? That's kind of a design thing.
That is more of a design.
It's like posing and design. Definitely gesture drawing.
Yeah.
But like movement comes from kind of like a lot of things working together.
It's like a necklace.
Yeah, it's like things working together creates the feeling of movement, right? When like different things kind of flow along with each other.
Yeah.
So like, definitely gesture drawing, practicing posing, drawing people in action. You know, get that line of action in there.
So
it's kind of like this concept that I showed earlier on stream. Like this, right? Here's this square, and you can create the feeling of movement. Like this one feels like a moving version of it because it's kind of referring to a particular point.
Sorry, that's probably too loud.
It's like referring to a particular point. Now I was just wondering what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
Right? So like if you want to make a body feel like it's moving, not like you literally take like a body that's made of jello and pull it, but like I'm talking like the motions and all that kind of stuff. I get distracted by noises like that. I can just throw that away. But yeah. So it's like you can have like an accelerated curve and you could use that.
The Discord server is in our link in profile.
You know, you can add speed lines. I think speed lines are kind of like, I don't want to say they're a cheap effect, but like a speed lines won't make something, won't fix a drawing that doesn't feel like it's moving, you know, but they can certainly enhance it. So it's like,
Ooh.
you know, make something feel like it's moving through that. That's obviously a really simple breakdown, but it works in a more complex way as well. Study poses that are in motion. Maybe do like minute and a half, 3 minute long gesture drawings of them.
Interesting. Look at this. There's that sheath. I never seen it before.
Is that how they broke it down?
I guess so, but not on this one. Interesting. So this is the female version. Pecs are the same. The only difference is now you have chest lumps, and generally with chest lumps, you know, it goes over the pecs.
Generally.
So, yeah, well, it always does. Oops, sorry. I shouldn't say generally with this
Sometimes
one.
they're inside.
That's horrible. So think of it like, okay, this is not chest lumps. Okay? This is not chest lumps. Oop. Man, that thing fell out.
Yep.
That sucks.
Well, it's not connected.
Right. So this, you know, these are not chest lumps, okay? And the reason is because they're kind of floating. Like these things, they hang off from the pec, and they kind of look like a teardrop. So keep that in mind. And they kind of like hang out, like not straight, but rather kind of on the side, like this.
What, the Discord server link? You can get it on the linky on our profile.
Yes.
Or you can go to drawanime.com. Take a screenshot of that. That is the actual direct URL, and the invite is on that page. Take a screenshot of that because it's not going to be up the whole stream.
If it was, I think TikTok would be like, oh, you're sending people to a different link. Wait.
Tips for being able to tell where anatomy is from under clothing. That's a really good question.
That is a really
as
good
well.
question.
I did a demo the other day of a clothed figure. The heck? Where is it? Been recent? Stream demos 2? Crits 01? Where the heck is it, bro? Did it like crash and I didn't get my file back, whatever?
It's not letting me join. Do you see like a bunch of numbers? I'm not exactly sure because we don't really know what the main problem is. There's different problems for joining Discord. Generally, you would have to try and get in from a different tab, not through TikTok. That's not going to work.
My phone number isn't working.
Okay.
I can manually verify you.
Yep.
If the number thing doesn't work. Wow. What's your Giz? Are you Gizmo? Are you the one that just joined called Gizmo? I'm guessing.
We got
you are.
another gizmo in the chat, huh? Yes, it says. They said.
Sounds good. Yeah, I gave you verification. So you should be able to see the server. But yeah, the clothing thing is a really good question because this actually kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier as well. Do you want to cover that, or do you want to keep doing this?
You can go on a little sidetrack.
Ref on. So there's a little study that I did the other day, and I was talking about this on stream where I only have the image for sure. I think the Photoshop file crashed and deleted my file, so I just have this image. But essentially, it's like proportion, right? Like if you want to know where something is underneath the clothes, you learn proportion. And that's where like the whole I don't learn proportion because everybody's different kind of falls apart, because okay, but what about when you're drawing a clothed figure? Like how do you know where something is? Like if you don't have some sorts of generalizations, proportions just help you get kind of in the right place. So let's say we've got an arm and it's coming out like this, and maybe like that, right? Or maybe we'll even raise the shoulders a little bit. Let's just go like that, and let's raise this
You
shoulder
could just move that up.
I wanted to put a little bit more curvature to it as well, right? And say you have like the pectoralis coming over and doing this. Well, all this is underneath, so your clothes are gonna go, okay, I'm bunching up here, I'm bunching up here. Diaper fold. Diaper fold. Whatever you want to do. Is this a collar? Is it a hoodie?
Might want to move that over just a little bit.
Is it a hoodie? Is it a whatever? It could be anything you want it to be, right? Hoodie, t-shirt. But essentially you make this mannequin, right? And if you have the elbow, and say the elbow comes back like this, you know that this elbow is going to be a tension point. And so you're probably going to get something along the lines of, of this. And if you have that proportion in place, you could do something like that. A lot of the time you'll get like spiraling around here, and it's like, boom, there's my elbow. I'm going to have tension coming from that point. So I would really recommend learning, your figure drawing proportion. I don't have any on this page really. What Christina was talking about earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've just got a body. There's the top, torso. Here's the bottom of the torso. Arms swing out from the bottom of the rib cage. That's about how long that is. Swing out from the bottom of the pubic bone. That's about how long the wrist is. And these are points that clothing tends to hang off of. Hand, right? You add another box on top, 2/3 of that. Clavicle, neck, trap. Rib cage, pelvis. Like you draw these really simple mannequins. Pretty much everybody that does costume and clothing drawing makes some sort of like a simple mannequin.
Oh, nice curves in the arm. Hey, Lancelot.
Some sort of a simple mannequin that can just give you a point of reference, right? And then all these things, you never really see these under the clothes. Like you'll see the deltoid, that's the silhouette. You'll see like pointy bits. You'll see sometimes the bicep on a guy, that on a shirt that's like that, right? But essentially these points right here, cloth tends to hang from, and if you know where they tend to be and how big they are, you can make a pretty stinking convincing costume drawing. Like my proportions aren't all that good on this one, but you can tell like, oh, here's a shoulder. Ah, here's the crease of the arm.
Oh, here's the elbow.
Ah, here's a pinch spot. Here's another elbow, right? And I don't have any of my other clothing drawing stuff. Again, I think this file crashed the other day, and I never was able to recover a lot of the drawings from it. Maybe I can find something. Stream Demos 04. Okay, it was in the wrong spot. Bruh.
Oh yeah, there's that one.
Yeah, I guess there's not a lot on here otherwise either.
So tension points can really help know where the anatomy is.
Anatomy helps where I would say it's more of the opposite. Like the proportioned anatomy will tell you where the tension points are. But you kind of work back and forth. If you're drawing from a photo, you can see like, you know what's going on underneath. Like, if you're going to be drawing costumed figures, you're probably going to want to at least know what's going on underneath in simple three-dimensional forms.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Like, you know, like what I was saying, like, you want to know this kind of stuff. I wouldn't necessarily continue. I think they'll want to see you draw all that live. You want to know this kind of stuff, right? Is this coming towards me? Is it going out like that, right? Is this going away from me? You want to know those things, and then once you do enough studies, you'll go 100%. I'm gonna get stuff piling up in here, piling up. 100%. I'm gonna get a diaper fold here. 100%. I'm gonna get that sort of thing, right? If this is a t-shirt, you're so getting that. Like, you're so getting that. And like, if this is a short-ish t-shirt, you're probably getting that coming out. Most likely, right?
And a lot of this is just like, if you do a bunch of studies, you'll see the patterns.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, I'm so getting this. And now it depends how tight the pants are. I'm so getting a seam line right here.
This is the first time I hear of tension points, but that makes so much sense. You know, the first time I heard of tension points, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, tension and compression is so much clothing has to do with tension and compression.
Who taught tension again? And compression? Was it Will Weston or Andrew?
Andrew Park focused mostly on it. We take a lot of classes, by the way. We've taken clothing and costume and anatomy classes from probably like between 5 and 10 different teachers. Some of them will really focus on one thing while others will kind of brush over it. And they're all good. And I really like seeing how different people cover different things.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you're totally getting a diaper fold here on the back. And you're totally getting that sort of thing right there. And you're totally getting that. And you're getting a reinforcement of this cylinder for sure. And this is definitely coming out. And I'm certainly getting this sort of thing right here. How do I know that? Because I've drawn a lot of these. Like, go to Pinterest and just find people in clothes and draw them and study them. Like, do it like 20 times. You're just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm 100% getting this. If this person's got both their arms raised and they're wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie,
I got it.
Bruh, they are so getting a diaper fold on the front and the back. And they are so getting this pushing up, right? And the front of the shirt is going to look like that. And the back of the shirt, you know, is going to look like that. And it's really going to look probably something like that. And you might even get some of that three-dimensional texture coming over the back, like zoop, 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 like that.
What program is this? This is Photoshop.
This is Photoshop, yeah. This is Christina in Procreate.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever done armor before?
Yes.
You use a yeah, of course you use a reference.
I was on a couple of professional design jobs where I had to do armor for video games. A lot of people use airsoft armor as a reference. A lot of clients like to go and find a bunch of like airsoft armor to give reference for like sci-fi. And the funny thing is most of the airsoft armor is not designed very well. But
I guess it has a nice,
like, not designed in a very aesthetic way.
Yeah. But it has the parts of a
But yeah, you're totally gonna want to use reference for armor because it's completely functional. It's all about functionality. These things are developed over, you know, literally like thousands of years.
Yeah.
And I would definitely, all of that stuff is function driven. All of the shapes, all of the
protection,
all of the places where you get chainmail and overlaps, and it's all functional.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to draw armor if I didn't know the function and have the reference. I actually don't really like how I simplified this.
And you really only learn how to draw things, you only learn how things look by drawing them numerous times. Yeah. Favorite thing to draw?
Women. Me.
Christina loves drawing women.
I love drawing girls and women and, you know, characters. But mostly women.
I don't know. What would you say my favorite thing to draw is?
Boxes. I'm kidding.
You're right. Slap in the face.
No, it's not a slap in the face. I think it's actually a good thing.
The comfort zone of Colton drawing.
Well, but like, it shows. I mean,
Yeah, but this was a demo.
I think you like drawing a lot of landscapes.
I do like landscapes.
You like drawing
environments.
rocks. You like drawing like blocky things.
Cute
but
stuff too.
You like drawing cute. Colton is more of like the person who likes to draw a bunch of variety. His comfort zone is drawing boxes because he's a perspective teacher and painting teacher.
Yeah.
But for me, I've always drawn girls in dresses and frilly stuff. And
Miki
that's
and
my...
Abby, yeah. I do like to draw a Miki and Miko and Abby.
Mm-hmm. Because they're cute. All right, so let's kind of go back a little bit on topic, and then we'll kind of fool around again. Same muscles on the rib cage, so it's fantastic, right? Like, you don't have to think, oh, the muscles are different on a woman than a guy's. No, they're the same thing. They're even placed the same way. The only difference is the stylization of it. So, like, for me here, I'm not going to make the serratus anterior, these muscles, like, super inflamed. They're going to be, like, more along the form, like, more graceful. Here, your abs are still... Emil.
Emil does nothing. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Welcome. And hey, Lancelot, welcome.
So your abs for the girls, now this is the only one that's a little bit different shape-wise. This is actually more curved, so think of it like there's a waist and a waist. Waist within a waist. So like here's a waist, and then here's also a little waist. It kind of it mimics the form, right? If I make the form too blocky, it's going to cut against the gesture. So a lot of the time artists will, and actually it's also like this in real life, you will see the abs kind of indent a little bit. This is the bottom pad.
I drew with a Wacom for years, got an iPad, and it sort of ruined my flow. I 100,000% agree. I don't like drawing on the iPad very much. I gotta go, gotta change layers, down to the bottom, down to the top, up to the bottom, down to the bottom.
You don't have a keyboard and undo, you just have to like...
But I do draw on the iPad quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't like it very much. I'm not a huge fan of iPad drawing. I would probably get like a little mini keyboard that connects Bluetooth and use it for iPad. That would probably help a lot. Procreate is fantastic. I like to draw with my arm, not my wrist. That's why I got one of these Intuos larges. My wrist started cramping up a lot when I was drawing on stream because I had to draw so tiny. And because we got a big like 34-inch monitor, and I would draw a teeny tiny little like 1 millimeter line, and it would be like a foot. Millimeters to feet. It'd be like literally like a meter long line, so I'd have to draw teeny tiny. My wrist started cramping a lot. But both, I do both. I just much prefer, and I like using a Cintiq.
Yeah.
I have a Cintiq Pro 24 on my desktop, and that's like my favorite. Well, it's hard. I went through all of school with a little Wacom, and I worked my first couple years professionally with a Wacom medium. And then I got a Cintiq 16, and then a couple years later I got a 24. I really like the 24, but it is so nice not to have your hand blocking the screen when you draw. And in my experience, I would say about half of the pros that I know use this style. Literally, Ramon and Devin are both using one.
Yeah.
Ramon uses an XP pen, and because I see the little XP pen app on his dashboard. And about the other half uses Cintiqs for the most part. That's too much information from me for sure.
So another interesting thing about the female torso is that there's more extra fat pads. I'm drawing a very, very, very lean woman here. Like this is like 12% body fat for a girl, or maybe even 13%, because there's technically more fat on a lady. So like you will actually see more. You know, it's dangerous if it gets below a certain point. So like I would say the safest point, like for survival, is like maybe 12% or 13% body fat. This is like 30% body fat for a lady. So generally you would add more fat pads. Like you would add more grace, so like more chub in the hips. You would probably not define these abs so much. I define the abs because that's kind of what they look like, you know. And generally, if I were to draw abs on a woman, I would just draw the center line. I would just obliterate all these details. I would include the belly button, and I would include the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so elegant! Look at those 11 abs. Anyways.
Ecroche models have the tendency to look very, very, very lean.
Yeah.
Because they are.
Yeah, they are.
They have no fat
There's
pads.
no fat whatsoever.
Ecroche is when the skin is pulled back and you see just the muscles.
Yeah.
And a lot of anatomy classes teach using ecroche models.
In fact, a lot of these drawings are kind of like...
I'm from Brazil and I really like your lives. Awesome, welcome.
Thank you. So like these are like super lean, like basically no body fat percentage whatsoever. And the reason I did this is because I was just purely going based on muscle. And I was using Ecroche models as a reference. So, you know, for instance, this one's very lean.
Why not live stream on big Wacom tablet? Because that's my work desktop. We have a streaming PC. It's a long story. We've been streaming for 1.5 years, and we used to just stream on an iPhone looking at the iPad. But this is an iPad. This is not a Cintiq. But I can just press one button, and now this is me drawing. So we can switch between us drawing with one button.
Will the rest of the life be accessible on YouTube? This already is on YouTube.
Yes, all of it's on YouTube, and it will always be on YouTube.
So like, here's...
I saw a question. What drawing tablet would you recommend for people who are just starting with them? That, completely up to you. Does not matter, actually. An iPad, a Cintiq, a whatever. I literally started with an Intuos 3 that was my dad's.
I started with a $50 tablet that I found online randomly, and somehow it worked.
You will tend to get really used to something, and then everything else feels weird.
Yeah. But there's no, like, best or good for beginners.
I recommend literally anything. Just try something.
Yeah.
Literally anything.
So, like, what I have you guys go through is you'll do, like... Well, this is the way how I generally remembered anatomy, was I would draw the anatomy just, like, the muscles alone. And then, like, if I were to paint a figure, I would, like, soften and add more fat pads. So like, look at this one. Look how lean this is. Very, very lean. No muscle pad with no fat pads whatsoever. This one's a lot more softer. So like these are just demos from Anime Art School that I have you go through, you know, value studies and color studies. And yeah, I mean, like, for me personally, I like to start with muscles first and then add fat later. But totally up to you, however you want to.
Not when you're drawing for yourself, though. When you're teaching.
When I'm teaching, yes, exactly. When I'm drawing for myself, like, I kind of just don't do any of this.
Yeah, the funny thing is art is kind of interesting because you learn all of this structure and all of these rules, but then you kind of rely on them subconsciously and you focus on other things.
Yeah.
It's like you learn perspective and you draw tons of boxes, and then you basically ignore it and allow the underlying experience to kind of guide you. Mm-hmm. You learn about like rendering, you learn half to black, you learn about 1, 2, 3 read, and then you literally ignore all of it and go, I'm going to value group everything.
Yeah.
But you have that underlying knowledge, that underlying understanding. You know, you get a little bit of ambient occlusion here if you want. You get a little bit of, you know, gradient here if you want. Mm-hmm. It's like having a fluency in a language, and then you can kind of modify it later.
Yeah.
I don't know where those anatomy studies I did are. I
Where?
Must have never sent them to you.
How dare you? How dare you not send your art to me?
A while back. You remember. I just did a couple of them.
Which ones?
You know, I don't remember.
Bro.
I was looking for some anatomy
muscle
studies.
memory? Exactly.
Yeah, it's like muscle memory. It's like having a fluency in a language. Then you don't have to think about the language.
Yeah.
You just kind of instinctively do it, and you always have that to fall back on and go, maybe I should find my vanishing point.
Yeah. I'm trying to make cutesy colors for this model.
Back in the day, Christina and Colton had to hop around to switch places. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now we don't have to anymore. So, like, and then the other thing I would do is I would draw them, and then I would go back in to the drawing and color code them. That's how you learn anatomy. That's how I learned it.
And if you want to learn the names, label them.
Yeah, label them. I have you guys do that in Anime Art School.
Yup.
It's tedious, but like it actually makes you memorize it. Like it's crazy.
Well, so is learning your ABCs. You're just a kid and you don't know any better. Like imagine if people had to learn their ABCs as an adult. Nobody would know how to talk.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody would know how to spell because all the adults are like, I don't want to. Oh, but I'm just it's so much work.
So much work. So much work. You
Imagine
know,
if you had to
only
learn
we
how to
learned.
talk and spell as an adult, bro. Everybody would be like,
Battle. The battle.
Oh, my mental.
I can't. Too much effort.
It's true though. Like as we become adults, like we start thinking things as drag, like because we're always thinking like, oh, but now I have to do this and that takes all this time and like I
it's
just
like
want
when
to.
you're an adult, you're like allowed to not do things now.
Yeah.
So then you don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's like life was easier when I wasn't when I had to do things.
Yeah. You know, maybe that should be how we live life. We have to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like that's just what you do, and that's why classes are so useful because one, accountability, and two, it gives you homework. Like I mean, like we do mentorships, so if anyone's interested in like accountability and stuff, you can DM us about that. But like yeah, like if I were to do assignments, I would take a mentorship because there's no way in hell that I'm gonna go through all that boring work like just for myself. Like it's just not what I would do. So I would be like, I need accountability.
Life was simpler when we had no autonomy. Yeah, I'm convinced that there's like two parts of your brain, right? There's the side that like knows what you need, and that side should control like what you do. You know what I mean? Like I know it's good for me to do this. I know it's good for me to do that. But the stinking side of me that wants to do what it wants is the one in control all the time at the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. I know
Yeah.
I need to practice. I know I need to do this. I know I need to get to bed on time. I know I need to eat healthier. I know I need to
Do all this.
not stay up all night brain rotting. But that's not the part that controls you.
No, it's the flesh versus the spirit, I guess. So basically, just learn the names of the muscles. That's the task today. Not just learn the name of the muscles, but how to build it from scratch. You know, proportion setup.
Learn the names of the muscles. That's the task today. No, I mean, if you want to know the names, we know the names.
We know
and the
the
reason we know the names is because we have to teach it.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing if you teach it and you don't know the names because
Because the students will actually
It's
be like, you don't know what this muscle name is? Then what's the point of this anatomy class, bro?
you don't need to know the names.
You don't need to.
You can learn the volumes and not even know the muscles, and you can be a professional artist. There's no problem with that. I like the names. I think they're interesting.
I mean, imagine, like, it's like a whole different spell book. You're like, I cast sternocleidomastoid. I don't know. Feels like that to me.
Wait, I was just passing by. Why is this, like, inspiring? Welcome, Lucy.
Welcome.
Thank you for the follow as well.
Where did you stop at? Like, when you came into the stream? Probably about what you're talking about.
I have no idea. Some of the brain rot that I have spewed out must have resonated with someone, or I'm tripping and they're talking about you.
Is there a video on this? Is there one already? This
Yeah.
is actually on our YouTube channel.
We're live streaming on YouTube.
Yes.
Draw Anime Academy.
So you'll see how all we did all of this, and plus, you know, a little bit of extra with Colton's demos.
Mm-hmm.
A frontal lobe and muscles. It's fun learning muscles when you can actually be like, oh my gosh, I can draw a sexy guy, my sexy male OC once I learn this stuff. Like that's what fueled me. I'm like, oh, awesome female anatomy, great. I get to draw Ray like in an awesome pose, like I don't know, with all this information now.
Well, the
like,
stuff
it's just-
becomes fun when it's connected to a greater purpose.
Yeah, it is. That's true. Like,
Speaking of which, chat, you want to know what we're cooking up secretly on the side? You want to know what Christina and I are cooking up? We're going to have a stream in the future.
ooh, I
for
gotta actually show this.
kind of stuff. Check this out.
If you want to draw characters and backgrounds or scenes.
Less personal, more personal. These are shot types. And so we're going through TV shows. Like right now we're going through Railgun. And we've got like wide shot. And we got a whole bunch of wide shots. This is a high angle. This is pretty low angle. You know, we've got medium long. So we're going to be going through different animes. And we're going to be taking screenshots of different types of shots. Medium long.
And doing studies of them.
Medium.
This is all Railgun because this is the
Medium
anime that we're
close up.
watching.
We just went through like the first 2 episodes. I think this show is really well composed. It's very much about the interaction between characters, so it has a lot of like shots like this. Close up, focuses on the hand or face or a detail. Here's an extreme close up. And so we're going through, and we haven't really added much to here over the shoulder.
We just started it today.
Yeah, this is what we're cooking up. Here's like a low angle, But this is good stuff. This is something Christina and I have not spent a lot of time studying. And so we're in the middle of studying it so we can teach it later. Establishing shots. So like if you want to make your own comic, like this stuff is really important. If
Or you want to draw
your
like
own,
fake screen caps of your
yeah, if you want to make your own fake screen caps, if you want to make your own manga or whatever, like this kind of stuff is really important because it's like showing things and having different functions for your different shots and everything. But anyways, that's what we've been cooking up.
I can't wait to add more to the thing. Lucy says, when you were talking about learning as a kid was non-negotiable and how as an adult it changes. Oh yeah, that's what he was talking about.
It kind of is. It kind of is. I love that stuff too. I took a storyboarding class. They talked a lot about that sort of thing. You know, and in storyboarding classes, they really, really just, it's all about clarity, like just showing something as clearly and quickly as possible. I haven't done storyboarding professionally.
But you are learning from professionals.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, that's me labeling. That's like part of assignments that I have with anime art school. Like I'm basically just doing anime art school assignment at this point. I was doing a similar practice on redrawing anime slow motion / action movement. That's cool. That's sick.
Yeah, these are pretty popular, like for people who want to do animation and stuff as well. They'll study animation.
Might as well color code these two. These exercises kind of remind me of like Krenz cubes. They're kind of
exercises.
just
Anatomy.
Yeah, like anatomy exercises and just labeling, color coding. It's got the same like vibe as Krenz cubes.
You just do it over and over.
Just do it over and over, and then you're like, this actually is pretty nice.
Like 90+% of the difficulty of doing something is the starting part. Once you're in it, you get into a flow state. Extra brownie points if you can do it with someone that you know, like a friend. Like you go, let's do anatomy studies together, and it's like you just say, I'm gonna do 20 figures, and I'm gonna break them down proportionally, add the muscles, label the muscles, and I'm just gonna do 20 of them. And you know, Bobby has decided that he's gonna help me by also drawing at the same time. That's literally what like a class or a college class is like. And a lot of people use our live streams as background noise when they draw. I ain't playing life on hard mode. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make things easier to do.
Like, I'm already at a capacity where I'm like, I don't feel like doing this hard thing. But yeah, I'm always stuck on what I need to study and how. What do you want to study?
Or what do you want to get better at? They don't know what they need to study.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. What do you want to get better at?
Study everything. Like you could literally study the shine on my head. Look at that.
Texture.
Look at that. Feel that texture?
I'm gonna get more gummies. Do you want more gummies?
Sure.
Do you want me to just bring back?
What?
Do you want me to bring the bag of mixed gummies?
No, I'm not that much of a big bag.
Do you want more mango?
Yeah, we could have no, I don't want the mangoes because they're so stinking annoying to open. What?
I'll bring you one gummy.
One gummy, sure. You can bring me an apple. I come back at the perfect moment to hear secret plans. Yeah, Christina and I we really dive into a lot of stuff. Like, you have no idea. We've been going through Ramon Hurtado's head drawing class. It's good.
It's so good.
It's so
Here you
good.
go.
We've been going through actually 2 classes. We've been going through Devin Corwin and Ramon Hurtado's Complete Fundamentals. That one's really theoretical.
Yep.
And we're going through another one, Ramon Hurtado's head drawing. The head? I don't know where it went. Did I actually add it or something? But anyways, they're really good.
What's your live schedule if you have one? Love to catch them. We've been streaming like almost every day.
Practically every day so far. We've streamed 19 hours in the last 7 days. So basically part-time job, like hours, 20 hours a week, you know, not too bad. Boom, 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 boom. By the way, we do teach classes. We do teach classes. If you eventually want to make your own webcomic or manga and you want to learn the fundamentals, just like what we're teaching right now, we have full in-depth classes on them.
Yes, absolutely. Here, I'll show you some demos.
On drawanime.com. And there is a sale going on, by the way, 20% off.
Yes.
Using the code SPOOKY. So if you're interested in learning this stuff in depth, we have a whole year-long school that teaches way more than just this stuff. I'm talking like it's like an entire college, right?
Hairstyles, illustrations.
Yeah, full illustrations, line work, layer management, figure drawing, like everything. It's like a college, right? So in term 1 in college, you would have like a perspective class. You'd have like a figure drawing class. You'd have like a costume drawing class.
The fundamentals of art.
You'd have a painting class and teaching you lighting and shadows and color theory and dimensional drawing and everything. Like these are just some of the things from the classes.
Yeah. We even have a clothing drawing class.
Yep.
You know, here's some outfits.
We were very disappointed to find that there just wasn't a lot of really, really full comprehensive things online, like colleges, for a good, reasonable price.
Character design principles. Make your own character sheet.
And so we built it. We're just like, this is dumb. Like, I want people to be able to take an entire college online for a fraction of the price, and because it doesn't exist, like, that's hand drawn. Like, I did this entire thing with basic brown brush from scratch. All of this. There's every single little brush stroke. I show you every single thought that goes into this. This is like week 5 or 6 of my painting class.
Color.
I teach you how to render things with multiple light sources, build block scenes. This is after the perspective class, by the way.
Yep.
Teach you how to calculate shadows from lights. So, and then we build all the way into like painting and backgrounds and stuff.
Where's your background stuff? There we go.
Like this kind of stuff. So I'll draw out and sketch a little scene, and then we'll go through methodically and paint it completely using different lighting scenarios, using the same principles. This doesn't show up very well on camera, but basically night, day, rainy, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, if you want something with a lot more impact than just like us live streaming and teaching whatever, if you want to like have an entire college worth of stuff, you can check it out on drawanime.com. Also, 20% off right now using the code SPOOKY. That's going to the end of the month, so hurry up because that's going to be gone soon.
Yep. And yes, you do have to pay for this class. That's
Oh,
why you
yeah.
have the discount.
Yeah, so go ahead and screenshot that, and you can go check it out. There's a lot of information on it on the page. It's gonna be the yellow button, by the way. It says Anime Art School.
Yep.
And like everything we teach on stream, we're teaching in our classes, just at a lot more depth.
Yeah.
It's all the foundations of art.
Yep.
But I love taking classes. I love learning stuff. We're always taking classes and learning stuff. Awesome, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy.
And by the way, we do have a Discord server.
Yes,
so
we
if
do.
you want to join the Discord server, the invite is also on that same page. It's going to be the blue button. Drawanime.com, and you can join, and there's a challenge going on, a free challenge in the Discord server. We're going to be streaming all day long, at least 10 hours of streaming this Friday. We're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to be drawing people's OCs and characters. There's going to be an art show, the challenges and announcements called 7 Deadly Sweets. You can design a character based on one of the 7 deadly sins and also a sweet or dessert. You can turn it in, and we'll show it on stream, and everybody will talk about it and gush
over it. Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I literally love this account. Awesome.
Aw, thank you.
Glad you enjoy. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We've been streaming over a year, since June, the beginning of June 2024.
That's crazy.
We've streamed every single week, multiple times. I think we took 1 week off after we streamed over a year. I don't remember. Did we?
Yeah, we did.
It was actually kind of mid. Like, it was boring.
Yeah.
I was telling Christina the other day, like, when we, quote, retire from streaming, I mean, we're going to be super depressed. I'm like, we're never going to stop streaming. Like, we may reduce our streaming a lot, but we're never going to stop because it's going to be so boring without chat.
Yeah, and I feel like streaming has also been a big part of our business too. Like, it's just, you know, interacting with you guys and answering your questions and...
Yeah. If we stopped streaming, it would be like a breakup, honestly. It would be like...
It would be like a divorce.
His laugh. His reprimands.
Touch me.
His
His demands.
and then his reprimands.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
It literally sounds exactly like it.
You know what we should do, chat? Watch party in the Discord server. Ghost Stories dub.
Ghost Stories dub.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty fun.
Who would actually do that? Like if we did like a watch party of the Ghost Stories dub. Do you have a favorite manga / animes?
We do have favorites, but we don't have a favorite.
I got a lot of shows that I really like.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Food Wars is one of my comfort animes.
Yep.
Christine and I watched it all the way through, except the last season.
The last season doesn't exist.
A couple of times early on in our marriage, and we cooked a lot of the food that was in the
Yeah, we have.
in that anime.
I made the furikake seasoning, the transforming furikake.
I tried making the bacon wrapped mashed
Oh,
potato
yeah.
stuff, and it was a disaster.
I made it afterwards, and it didn't come out as much of a disaster.
Oh
but,
yeah, it was literally gray.
You know, in fact,
What?
I could make that. I mean, I have potatoes, I have bacon, I have
Do
mushrooms.
you have everything for it right now?
Yeah,
Why don't we just like have it tonight or something?
sure.
I really like Hunter x Hunter. It was one of the first animes that I watched. As I watched the '90s one. I loved it so much. We've been watching through Railgun, and it's very cute. It
Pokemon
reminds
is
me of,
also
like,
one of my favorites.
It reminds me of
Guru
like the
Guru.
Guru.
The one of my favorite Pokemon series is Diamond and Pearl, and I'm trying to make Colton watch it with me someday.
So are we still teaching anatomy or what? Back?
No back.
We're not teaching the back, just the front torso.
Just the front. I mean, we could do the back if you want.
No, we can. It's up to you. I don't care.
I guess I'm kind of just doing like a torso study after doing all these, right? If you have any other
Yeah.
questions about anatomy in particular, like or about the torso or whatever, like feel free to ask. But I think that
Y'all
this
been streaming for so long. Yeah.
we have.
Well, we committed to streaming. We said we were going to do it, and so we did. And we didn't allow ourselves to quit. There were the dark days of streaming
Yeah.
where it was really, really, really dead.
Really hard.
And we've been through different phases of, streaming. We had the challenge phase where there were a bunch of challenges. We're probably gonna be moving into the personal brand phase where Christine and I focus a little bit more on us and our relationship dynamic, but it's still gonna stay highly educational.
I still think it'd be fun to do like challenge streams where like, oh, not ending stream until we draw like XYZ amount of heads or bodies or something.
Yeah. Speaking of which, totally forgot to record the stream.
What?
But we can actually grab it from TikTok,
That's
I
true.
realize. When drawing the arms with the torso, where would you position the cylinders? It depends, because watch.
Yeah, your
you can
shoulder
raise
moves.
and lower your shoulders.
And like, yeah,
It changes.
it does.
So how high is the person's shoulders raised? The shoulders kind of look like a diamond. Like, you sort of have this mechanism here with the neck, right? And here's the torso, and we'll just go do something simple like that, right? Traps on the back. This whole mechanism moves up and down. So you could have a shoulder that looks like this. I'll do it on the other side. And it's raised up. And then this one on this side, maybe like that. And then the pectoralis, right? This is your clavicle. This line in the front is your clavicle. And this line in the back is your scapula. Generally, it sort of represents those, and they connect. And then underneath of that is the humerus. And then whatever you want to do with that comes out. But this will go up and down. The entire mechanism raises and lowers. You know, and this sort of, your clavicle sort of looks like a handlebar, right? It kind of goes, and your pectoralis will sort of end like that, and your deltoid will start. You can literally see it on this guy's model right here. So, turn that off. Let's just take his torso off. Pectoralis ends.
Sorry, I was just stopping the noise.
Oh. Pectoralis ends. Deltoid starts on that bend of that, and your deltoid will wrap around the back. So this whole mechanism goes up and down.
The shoulders are kind of like wings.
I mean, I guess in the sense that
it goes up and down like. They're like flapping. I guess so. Oh, it's an airplane.
I guess in the terms where it goes like flap, 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 you know. But it's tilted forward, like generally, because your neck comes out at an angle. Your rib cage from the side looks like this, right? Looks something along the lines of this. So that would be your rib cage, right? You got your sternum, and then you got your neck. Comes out something like that, right? This is your 7th cervical vertebrae. And what is it? Your cervical, thoracic, and it's your
cervical,
your cervical,
thoracic, and lumbar.
Thoracic and lumbar, yes. Right, something along the lines of that, right? And then sternocleidomastoid, your arms, kind of actually, funny enough, connect a little bit towards the rear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that whole mechanism moves up and down, right? Because your scapula sort of float off of your back a little bit. It kind of goes like that, and your humerus connects like right there. But it's essentially broken down kind of like this. Right? That's like that. There you go. And your traps are on your back, and they connect. Your trapezius looks like kind of like a dagger. Symmetrical. 7th cervical vertebrae. You know, it kind of looks like this. And your scapula is underneath of here. I haven't done super intensive studies of the back, so my proportions aren't that good.
I need to do more back studies.
But yeah, I would say where the cylinder is will move. That's essentially, long story short.
Can you at least do a simple back? I guess I can. You know, why not?
How do we apply this to characters that aren't super realistic? This is more of an anatomy class, so we're not going into that so much, but essentially it goes into simplification, major simplification.
Yeah.
You're combining groups of muscles, you're simplifying them a lot. And you're going to lean more towards just simple shapes rather than more complex.
Yeah, like if I were to do like a back, I would start the same way, the envelope. But like maybe, you know, depending on the pose and stuff. Should we do like a posed one, or should we do like just straight on? I feel like straight on's a bit boring, but it is easier to digest.
For the torso as a box, is the bottom of the rib cage at the halfway point? Yeah, the bottom of the rib cage is generally regarded as the halfway point of the torso.
Yeah.
If you're counting from the pit of the neck.
Yeah.
To the bottom of the pubic bone or the crotch.
Actually, I like the. Do you have the Asaro body planes of the body? Actually, quite like how he broke that one down.
This. It's like a W. The back.
Yeah, the back is like a W.
The
on the
back
bottom.
is like a folded sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Literally, it's really interesting.
So like, here's your rib cage. The back of your rib cage, or at least like this back part right here, kind of looks like this.
It's cool. I really like that breakdown.
Yeah. And then here's your pelvis, but this will be like your tailbone, for instance. at it from here. So keep in mind that there's like a pretty crazy drop off of like thickness when it comes to the bottom of the rib cage, especially with guys. So we don't want it like this, right? That's not a guy shape, male torso shape. It's more like bowed out or like comes out wider. It's like a trophy or like a goblet or something. I don't know. And it gets more narrow towards the bottom. So just keep that in mind. Here is your center line.
Oh, I got a tinkle.
Do it. Here's your neck. And so here's where you're at the edge right here is going to be where your scapula is. I don't exactly know the exact measurement, but I definitely know it's not out here because that's, you know, where the edge of your clavicle is. So I would say find your clavicle, which is generally around here, and then connected to the clavicle areas is kind of where your scapula is. So just keep that in mind. And this scapula is like a floating thing, so it moves around. Like that's why we're able to move our shoulders forwards and backwards, you know, and up and down and stuff. I would say like this is about as simple as I can get for a back. If you want to like add anatomy on top, like this would be like your traps, like where your traps are. Here's your neck muscles, you know, here's your deltoid. Here's your arm. You know, I would say like if you want the bare minimum, this is it. Here, this part right here is like a tubular muscle, and this is called your erector spinae. And then here's your obliques on the other side, and then your glutes actually come up. So there's a very simple back. How do I draw a very simplified body? Well, that will actually depend, like how simplified do you want it? Do you want it like barely any muscle at all, like muscle definition? Do you want it like very cartoony? It also depends on how cartoony you want it. And there's so many different styles of cartoons that it's just so, I can't really show you how. I would say like if you want to get super simple, generally I would kind of, it doesn't look very simple, does it? This is my version of simple, where like I have just enough information that I can tell what's going on. Like, oh, I want my pecs here, I want my abs here. It's more about how much you want to show. Oh, Toby, little cute little gummy toes, gummy poppies.
So cute.
Look at him. So cute.
Look how tired he is.
Oh, you're very tired, aren't you?
Oh, you're cute.
His feet are like this.
You're so cute.
So like if it aren't super realistic, that will go into proportion. So like for instance, let me actually just search up. Oh, this is every girl's wet dream.
Silly.
Super short, very petite, and then hugging a really big guy's arm. That's funny.
Alright. You ready for this to go away?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to clean up a little bit.
Yeah, thank you.
Everywhere. There's this. That fell over up there.
I think The Incredibles has very, very interesting shape and body language, like body shape. Like look how like unrealistic this is, but at the same time you can kind of see that this person would exist in real life.
It's got those core components.
It's got those core components, exactly.
Like that's the main thing. You got the pectoralis, you got the belly.
Yep, you got the belly.
You got the proportional system, you know, you've got indications of different muscles, and it's so shape-based. Yeah,
it is very shape-based. Like, once you start changing these to not realistic, it's more about, like, what do you want to emphasize? Like, do you want to emphasize the big body and the small legs? Do you want that to be the story of your character? Right? Do you want his legs are still really muscular, so, like, he would have to have, like, these, like, chicken leg.
Like, it's just, and you think about it like a three-dimensional form.
Yeah.
Like you can make such varied character designs, and a lot of it is going to be in how it's posed as well.
Mm-hmm. So like I can't necessarily tell you how to do it. I can just give you the information that you need. Like you need to learn anatomy in order to simplify it down.
Well, you need to learn the basic forms.
Yeah.
whether you learn anatomy or just kind of stick with the basic forms, you really, really, like, it's all three-dimensional volumes as well.
Yeah. Like, I can turn this into a body.
Yeah.
You know, larger belly, kind of pear-shaped. You know, this could be a lady. But, like, I know the proportional measurement because I'm like, oh, yeah, here's the torso, here's the crotch, here's
But look,
halfway.
Christina's drawing in 3D. Like,
Yeah.
she is making a two-dimensional form, right? She has a 2D form of literally can be anything. And she's going, no, this is 3D. Here's the center line. Here's the pelvis. Here's this. Here's a leg. Here's another leg. The head could literally be anything you want it to be, right? It could come in and out like this.
Ooh.
And you could go, okay, here's an overlap. And now let's say this person's head is turned away. It could be like that, right? Like you can really get a lot out of just simple overlaps and stuff. Very, very, or look at this.
Wow.
See, now it's facing us. And you could go, oh, we'll pull that in. Right? Like, it's the same shape. You just change. Like, this could literally be the back of the head. Like, look at this. Like, the neck's all the way twisted around. And, like, here's the back of the head twisting around. So I'll let Christina's thing go because she's probably not going to stop.
Oh, oops.
There we go.
I just added a head. And I'm also thinking about, like, you know, pose. Like, you know, what's this overall direction of the head? I kind of use a little comma shape. And maybe we'll have, you know, thicker arms. Maybe she's, like, a little bit on the chubbier side. So you make the upper arm thicker than the lower arm. Right? Because when it comes to arms, generally the fat storage kind of goes like this, where it's generally wider on the upper arm than it is on the lower arm. And then as you get skinnier, you know, it tends to be a bit more like tubular, kind of more evenly shaped. So, you know, those are like some minor differences. Oh, that's nice. Haven't seen you guys in years? Has it been years since we streamed? Yeah, and then...
We haven't even been streaming for years.
Yeah.
And
then we can add another arm. And then maybe we can add more forms. So, like, you start simple, right? Like, you start with the whatever shape that you want. Like, let's say, like, okay, this is my torso now. And then you continue adding, like, okay, well, now how long are the legs going to be? Maybe they're going to be this long. Maybe this whole thing is the chest. Maybe the torso, or not the torso, the head and the neck angle come out like this. Right, so it's all about, like, these certain decisions. What do you want to show? Armpit / raised arm anatomy. Ooh, that one's kind of hard.
I don't know if we're covering that today.
Yeah, we'll probably cover it another Monday.
If you want to cover it today, you can. It's kind of complicated.
It is kind of complicated.
I feel like I'm going to go into the part of stream where I just cover what I want now because we kind of already fulfilled our mission.
Yeah, we did.
I don't feel like teaching armpit stuff specifically today. But there's just a bunch of muscles that come together, like, you know, raised cylinder. I guess I can teach you a little bit.
Sure.
Talk a little bit about it. Essentially, you've got a raised cylinder, right? You've got the pectoralis really pulling up. And then you've got a couple muscles, latissimus dorsi. You might see, like, some of the serratus in there. And you've got, like, the infraspinatus and stuff. And then you're going to see the tricep. And maybe a little bit of the deltoid, front and back. So essentially like that. I would look for a breakdown of it. But essentially you've got muscles that are coming in like this, and behind, right? You know, and that could come over like that. But essentially, yeah, you got, like, muscles that are coming over, around, wrapping.
Wait, what angle is this?
Up at it.
Oh, okay, up at it.
Yeah, from below.
Oh, okay, got
right?
you.
And then, let's just say this is, like, the neck, right? And you've essentially got, like, pectoralis coming up like that. You might see a little bit of the traps. It depends on what angle, though. It really depends on the angle. I would look up some breakdowns. There's some really good breakdowns, like armpit muscles or something. Let's take this person's head, right? And let's take it like that. Take their jaw out, take the nose out.
These are super cute expressions. Oh,
Yeah, save those.
I did.
Right? And it's like, how do you break this stuff down? It's like, well, remember, you've got an egg, you've got a squishy middle, and you've got a box. And you can morph these things however you want, right? So we've got the egg in here, we've got the squishy middle. How do you draw a squishy middle? Like that. And you can come over here, and you can go, what pockets look like? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right? We've got belt line. So you can add clothes and stuff.
Got a nice belt.
Silhouette. Egg. Squishy middle. Clavicle. Scapula. Humerus. It's kind of not that low, but you know, for simplification purposes, we'll raise this up a little bit. We're really exaggerating here. Elbow.
Wow.
You know, lower arm. Pectoralis. Boop, boop.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop. Deltoid.
Kind of looks like a very skinny old man.
Yeah,
with a big
deltoid
belly.
kind of looks like this. Hooks. Zoop, zoop. You know, it kind of hooks like that. So we're going to do that. Zoop, zoop.
That's cute.
Zoop. Zoop.
I'm sorry, Toby.
Traps.
This.
And I'm, of course, doing, you know, a bit goofy abdominal muscles.
I could literally imagine an old guy that looks like this.
Yeah.
Like you could just make him like with hollowed out cheeks and really skinny body. Like I can totally imagine that.
Yeah, and this cylinder is going down. This cylinder is going down.
Don't you love it when cats wake up and the one side of their whiskers is like, because they slept on one side.
That is cute.
Like look at that. Alright, I'll show you, chat. Alright, Toby, smile for the camera.
Right, I'm feeling around this form, around the form.
Hey, papaya.
Right, this really squeezes in. I don't really particularly like this head anymore, but I kind of like the feeling of this character.
Oval head.
What if we did something like that?
Ooh. A question about female character designing. When you design a female character, should you start with a simple shape, example being a pair or other female body types? If that's what you want to start with, totally fine. A lot of character design also comes with like not just body type, but also like what's their outfit like. You can definitely figure out body type first if you want. But I feel like that also comes with like designing their outfit. Like, oh, like this person's a hero body type. Like this girl's a hero body type. Oh, this girl's a pear shape. Or oh, this girl's more like curvy.
We'll give him like a Korean haircut.
Oh, okay. Korean haircut.
Is that kind of like what those are?
Yeah, well, I like. Do you want it more like dumb looking?
It's like
Do
a
you
bowl
want it-
cut. It's like
yeah.
a silly bowl cut. Well, it looks silly on this guy.
Yeah, it does look kind of silly on this. It looks like Kevin, Asian Kevin.
Right, there we go. And so if we want to connect this arm, we just have a little slot right here for it. What do we want the arms to be? That thick? Do we want them to be thinner? And we can just kind of...
He looks like a nice guy.
We can have them be thinner and kind of taper.
Cute.
We could do that sort of thing. We'll just leave that for now.
Maybe he could be holding like a beer, hand in his pocket.
You know, and I'm gonna go like, okay, I feel the volume of that, and then we're like, okay, what if we have like, and seam line, ready?
Ooh.
That's what it literally sounds like. That's what a seam line sounds like.
Sounds like a phone vibration.
But it's really those principles where it's like, you know, you have an overlapping form, you're gonna get something like that. You're gonna have a center line. You're gonna feel that volume in there, like really feel that volume. You can pull out the legs. Right? Maybe we'll get rid of this arm for now, right?
Happy. Is that Miki throwing a tantrum?
It ain't Miki.
No, it ain't Miki. It ain't her body type. Very cute.
We do. But it's like, this doesn't look anything like human anatomy, but like you can still tell.
You know, you could also turn into a bug if you added an extra pair of legs in the
Yeah.
center.
Literally. Like that's what an extra pair of legs like.
Yeah. And that could be also doing something different. That's cool.
You know. I don't know. I would really like, and this is the thing, it's like, how do I do stylized anatomy? I don't know, I've never learned how to do stylized anatomy. But this is stylized anatomy, and you could go, okay, I want to stylize this anatomy. Let's get that pectoralis, that chest out there, right? And where do we want that to be? Maybe like here. Puff out his chest a little bit, maybe? You don't learn stylized anatomy. You learn anatomy and then you stylize it.
Mm-hmm.
And you practice shape language and you practice anatomy. And then when it comes together, because like this is literally just a bean. Like this has no anatomy to it. I mean, I could add some anatomy, like pectoralis. Like a little shirtless human anatomy bug or something.
I actually think the idea of like a bug character is interesting because, like, yeah, they have like, you can give them, you can pose their upper arms like normal human arms, but what happens to the legs in the middle? And like, what do those do? I think it's kind of interesting.
And I need to do more caricature stuff. Boom, 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 boom. And you get better at this by practicing it. Like, it's not, like, you practice. You practice shape language. Like, you fit things into a shape. Like, you take a head, you learn head proportions and construction and the planes, and you fit them into this shape, and you can go brow ridge.
Brow ridge. Nose.
Brow ridge. Wraps around a form. Side of the head. See, I don't like this nose right here. We could do something like that.
Oh.
And you're always drawing a round form. Like these lips wrap around the mouth. It's kind of like what I was doing the other day with that one.
It looks like the Stonehenge, whatever that. What is that?
Easter Island.
Easter Island, yeah.
You know, you could put the ears here. You can do the ears like that. Not that I don't feel like this would look very good with big ears like that.
I think tiny
shape
ears.
language wise. Yeah, you could add little. You could even add like I did the other day.
Oh yeah. That one's fun.
You could add ears like that. You know, you could add around ears. You could add square ears. But it all connects back, you know, like you just go, oh, pecs. But
maybe they're flabbier. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they're more like this. And what does this form do? It connects like that. And this comes out from behind. And maybe this comes out a lot. And this comes out a lot. And this comes out from below. And what does the neck do? What does the head do? Well, you can literally just connect it like that if we want. I'm still drawing a round form. Or we could give it a little head.
I like a little head.
Maybe not even that little. Maybe we'll do like...
Pill head. I don't know.
I'm feeling traps. Could mess with that sort of thing. But anyways, yeah. It's like you don't really learn stylized anatomy because there's an infinite number of ways to stylize it. It's like, you know, you take a square, you can do anything you want with it. You can make it like this. You can make it like that.
I think maybe like when people say stylized anatomy, they either mean like, oh, I want to make it like more stylized, like maybe a specific style, or they think that stylized anatomy feels easier.
You could
because it's
stylize
like
it.
simplified. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mean like simplified? You mean like... Yeah.
Like, because realistic anatomy, at least I should say, like when you look at a real human being and you look at their anatomy, it looks intimidating.
Yeah, it does look kind of complicated.
Yeah. But then like when some other artist breaks it down for you and it's like simplifies it, it feels stylized, so it feels more easily digestible. But in the end, the anatomy's still the same.
Oh,
How's everyone doing? I feel like, you know, these drawings turned out pretty good. I like this back one. The sorrow breakdown really helped a lot. It looks like a little face. Looks like a bug face. I like how this torso looks. What I really want to do, like someday, is like have my figure drawings look kind of academic style. I like those kind of vibe. That vibe.
Yeah. Academic figure drawings come from like a really good use of a process.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that 5-value system is just spot on.
Yeah.
Like academic is like Ramon has very academic looking drawings.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ooh, that light and shadow
Ooh.
and all the sphere, like he's got all that type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that, what's that funky monkey guy? I think his name's Brian something. His work, he has such academic figure drawings, and then you look at like his stylized cartoony stuff and it just feels so good. You're
Wow.
like, oh my gosh, dude, it's so good.
It's like I need to
So
look at it.
good.
Funky
What is-
Monkey?
Yeah, I think his Instagram's like Funky Monkey something.
Okay, I can see it. Oh
Funky
yeah.
Funky Monkey 1945. Like, yeah, you look
I
at
love his stuff.
look at his figure drawings. They're super academic. Like this is what I'm talking about.
This
like
is
very
like-
academic,
Chef's kiss.
right? This is Eric, generic. It stands for generic. But
Oh, so
then
he came up
you
with that.
look at his stylized stuff,
Oh.
and it's very well done. It's very effectively stylized. Or you look at,
Like, isn't this just so beautiful?
yeah, it's very well done.
Peak.
Very academic, very structured. But like you look at his cartoony characters and you would literally never guess. You'd be like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe we should share some of our anatomy demos.
Like here's a good example of like a really nice stylized piece.
Oh, I love that.
Like that's his work. And he knows all the components that go into it very well.
This is a Funky Monkey. Funky Monkey 1945 on Instagram.
Yep.
And he can do this stuff too.
Yeah, he teaches anatomy.
I want to take his class sometime. And he's even buff too.
Yeah, like look at this kind of stuff.
Wow.
Crocodile.
Crocodile, that's cute.
It's so stylized, it's so pushed. Oh, look at there. There's a Mickey. Look at the top one.
Mickey? Oh yeah, that's a Mickey. Wait, I need to look at it closer. Whoa, cute legs.
Yeah, it's really, really cute.
Oh, that's so cute. I love to
I
see
love
the
that.
anatomy of a four-armed person. That'd be wild. I want to draw like this. I agree. I want to draw like this too. But it's like it's crazy because like he can just do both so effortlessly.
Yeah.
This is Mickey too.
Yeah, kind of. That first one was like really stylized one.
Yeah.
Very, very nice stuff.
I can imagine myself like just going full send it on stuff like this, like anatomy, and becoming a nerd on it.
Yeah, like here's some of his. Here's this. This looks very academic.
Yeah.
That's very academic. And then the next ones look pretty academic too. Like these are portraits of his.
Where is that one?
And then he's able to just instantly stylize really, really, really effectively. Ooh, those are so good. Look at those.
Oh, those are so nice.
That's really nice. But people look so wildly different. Like, real people look like super stylized caricatures.
Yeah, you got a point there actually.
That's literally like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, people look like super stylized characters.
It's like y'all don't even have to do stylized stuff. They're already stylized people in real life. He seems to be into bodybuilding too.
Oh, he is.
That's so
Or
funny.
He's into working out like crazy.
That's so funny.
I think he runs like 70 miles a week or something.
Holy crap, he looks short. It's fun. Yeah, he's got a outside. He's got a life outside of art too.
He's dedicated.
Hey, y'all do values? Values.
Are you asking if we can or if we will talk about it? guy's got nice stuff.
We'll do hands another stream.
Like, these are literally caricatures.
Yeah.
Like, these are the exact same as caricatures. These are like portraits that he painted.
Really?
Yeah.
They're actual people.
They're
wow.
just they like, that is the Mr. Incredible body type.
We're doing. How tall are y'all? I'm 5'3". And Violet says, teach about it. Colton,
Teach about
if you
it?
want to teach about it, you can.
I mean, value just means light and dark.
Yeah.
Like the level of lightness and darkness. So I guess I would ask, like, what about it specifically are you wondering about? Because value is just like your brightness level. Like, do you mean like rendering? Do you mean like simplifying values and value grouping? There's a lot of different things that have to do with values. I don't know if I'm going to teach about it tonight, but we do teach it quite often.
I realized I was not following Michael Hampton's.
Interesting. Yeah, I tend to teach the value stuff most of the time, painting, that sort of thing.
I like that folded paper.
It's so interesting because, like, you just learn all of this stuff on rendering. And then you just are like, by the way, I'm throwing all that out the window to focus on grouping. Like, just letting you know, everything we're learning right now, you're going to completely ignore it.
Yep.
But intentionally. You have to learn it because you have to be able to ignore it, like, consciously.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go through some more class.
Me too. I need to get dinner started too if I'm gonna make that. Do you want meal prep or do you want the?
I don't even remember what you were going to make.
The bacon and potato.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Food
only
Wars.
if you really want to know, if you really want to make it. How long does it take?
It definitely takes some time.
Then let's just have meal prep and go
Okay.
through
Class.
class. Yeah.
Sounds good.
As much as I would love to have bacon, I don't want to take the time. I want to get to class.
Yeah. Maybe you'll schedule it for another day.
Yeah.
I really like this head drawing class so far.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun stuff.
Yeah, we do teach about values in other streams. Colton teaches a lot of stuff like that. Like he's gone through multiple demos. Actually, let me see here.
It just depends what you mean by values exactly.
Yeah. Like talks about this stuff.
Painting, that's like a really generic, like 1, 2, 3 read cube.
Yeah.
And that whole demo was basically just a demonstration of creating a 1, 2, 3 read, but most of the time you wouldn't even necessarily want that in an artwork. It's more of like an industrial design approach.
Yeah. Did a lot of demos throughout the year.
Bro, yeah, when's our iPad gonna fill up? I wonder how much memory is left.
I don't know.
Look at all that, chat. Y'all want to get good at drawing?
Basically,
This is literally just the stuff from live streaming on the iPad.
Yeah, and plus OC drawing.
Yeah. OC drawing.
Where the heck is OC drawing?
It's literally in there.
Oh, there it is. You know, plus this.
Just from streaming, we don't even stream full time. We streamed so much this last week, and it was only 20 hours. We draw a lot outside of stream.
Yeah.
The best way to learn how to draw is to figure out how to enjoy it. Enjoy drawing. You'll do way more of something you like.
And something that you don't like, and you try to force yourself to do it.
Yeah. We need to take our own advice when it comes to like making content, YouTube videos and stuff. Like, the best way to make content is to learn how to enjoy making the content.
Yeah, I want to enjoy making the content.
What about something like this head shape?
A mushroom. It's fun.
We're supposed to watch Mob Psycho at some point, weren't we?
Yeah. You know, what if we even started posting our live demos on our Instagram?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't post mine. I'm not really that interested.
No, what I mean is like on our Draw Anime Academy Instagram.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really interested in posting mine on there. We'll post them all in the Discord server.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't. They're not organized. Like I would want to organize them and make them make a little bit more sense. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to post like raw demos with no context.
Yeah.
Because in the Discord server, people have like the context of the stream and they go look at them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future, if my stuff, I'm more happy with like.
The stuff on it.
And the problem is live streams so much of the time are really, you jump between topics.
That's true.
Bum bum. You could do it with the topic streams? Yeah, we could. Well, I'm ready to wrap up. I want to get to some of our class stuff.
Me too.
Maybe we'll start watching the next week of the combination class.
Sounds good.
And then I think honestly we should probably do the homework for the head drawing one because it's gonna sink in more.
I'm excited to do the head homework. Meow Meow song.
Yeah. You want the meow meow overlays, sounds. Oh, I almost pressed it. I need to pause our. Well, chat, it was nice knowing ya. Bye, chat. Never knew ya. Bye, chat. I'm so sorry that I have to be the one to bear the bad news, but we're heading out. We are going to call it. We're going to cap the stream. Bye-bye, Pompo Pancakes. See Arma Talks. Bye-bye. Don't you stop. Turn back on. There we go. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. When do we stream again? Pretty much this time, almost every day.
Yeah.
But we'll skip days sometimes. Bye! Don't forget, Anime Art School sale ends soon.
Yep.
And bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye.
See ya.